Season 2, Walking Dead, the game, that
Yeah.
dog, that dog.
The dog, yeah, right?
That was sad.
That was messed up.
That was messed up. The dog was a prick though.
Worth.
Hikaru Blunt, welcome.
Hikaru.
I'd be like, ah!
That's what happened in The Walking Dead Season 2, is making that sound.
Wait, what is happening?
Oh, that was smooth as
Nice.
shit. Level it up.
We're trying to have a serious conversation here.
Stop!
End it. Hi, Bogey. Hi, Bogey. You didn't
Stop
bark at
it.
me today.
Stop talking!
Bogey didn't freak out and bark at me today.
Welcoming people to our show here. We got 59 people in the room. Welcome to the Level Up Show, episode 77. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like what we're doing at any point, make sure to follow us at twitch.tv/levelupshow. Or if you're watching live from PlayStation like most of you are, remember to hit that heart button live from PlayStation. We're almost at 6,100 follows. When we do hit that, we'll give out 300 XP to the chat room. Thank you to Rammerman for being our first follow. I am Andrew Midori. I'm one of your co-hosts for tonight, alongside the classy douchebag, Michael McLaughlin. We've got the beast from the east.
Hey,
Marchese.
yo, I wanted to mention you real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jen wanted me to stress. She really wanted to come. She felt like she was like stressing out about it
Why?
because she was like she wanted to come. She didn't have enough time to prepare. She wasn't wearing makeup and stuff.
Oh,
and I was like,
okay.
oh boy. I was like, they're not gonna care. She was like, I can't.
What,
no,
tonight?
we'll do it another time. Yeah, because she was felt bad. She really wanted to come. I
Oh,
just
it's
wanted to let you know.
I feel
She was
bad.
really stressing.
And last, but of course not
We're
least,
bringing
is
girlfriends on the show.
my wife, the sexy giraffe, Kristen
No,
Midori.
watch this room.
What was that? Gullah
That-
Gullah Island? What
Awesome.
just happened?
I feel like that should be the new 200 noise.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
It reminded me of Dumb and
I can,
Dumber.
you know, speaking of
It's like,
Gullah Island, I can actually make the noise of a frog, and I weird people out with it.
What frog are we talking about?
Remember the big giant yellow frog in
Say
Gullah
that again?
Island?
I never
Yeah,
really
Binya Binya.
watched
Oh,
Gullah
no?
Gullah Island.
Yeah.
I remember.
Go say hi to Dean.
Okay,
Never
weird.
forget.
We got some weird stuff going on.
because it was really weird.
You guys are disturbing
You
Bogey.
can call Bogey.
Bogey.
Go say hi to Dean.
Yeah.
Say I got my hair cut.
Bogey got his
Looking
haircut.
good.
Oh,
Looking
the
good.
fifth member
Did
of
you
the
get
show.
your haircut?
Yeah, she cut my hair today.
Looking fresh.
Hey,
You
hey,
did?
Yeah.
Nice job.
Because it's
Looking fresh.
the hair cutter does a bad job, and they charge like $20 bucks. I'm like, oh,
They
no.
don't do that good of a job.
Yeah,
That's
go
what
to-
I
go
got.
to
They don't do that good
Suck
of a
at
job.
London.
Timmons, I keep
Yeah.
calling you Timmons. Try it.
Now she cuts my hair. It's okay.
I cut it on the deck,
That's
and then I
good.
sweep the hair for the birds to make a nest.
No, that's so nice. You're such a nice girl.
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet.
Oh my god, I love
We got
this.
70 people in the room now. Also, don't forget, we're also on Twitter, guys. We're on YouTube, where we archive every single episode, including off-show stuff like TV reviews, movie reviews, and more. We've got a t-shirt shop at thelevelupshow.spreadshirt.com. And last, but definitely not least, Extra Life, really doing a hardcore push on that right now. Already at $345 in just 2 weeks.
Right, and
Nice.
it's not even like we've been pushing on every episode, but it's not like we're going out of our ways to
Nah.
really do it like we did last year.
You guys are doing awesome
And
already.
we can't thank you guys enough. It really means a lot to us, and we actually encourage that over donations.
Oh,
to the
yeah.
show right now.
yeah, really, like,
absolutely.
forget about donating to us for now. Donate to Extra Life. It is a Children's Miracle Network hospital charity. Goes to the hospital of your choice. We chose Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. So you can help us raise money for that, or you can join our team and choose a hospital of your choice. It
Right.
still goes towards our $5,000 goal.
Right.
Mm.
But-
I mean, the whole thing is a charity for Children's Miracle Network. There's just individual hospitals that
Yeah.
might be something special to you guys, and for us, it's CHOP.
Yeah.
Children's Hospital of Philadelphia means a lot to me. Drew and Dean.
Born
all
there.
three of us. So
You were
Not-
born a chop?
Yeah, I was born in Chop.
You were
Is that
not?
Yes, I was. Where did you think I was born?
You weren't. Why were you born a chop?
My mom worked at Chop. What? Why
Don't
do
look
you
at me.
sound-
You know
Why
longer
do
than
you
I
sound
am.
confused by that?
Dean, why is he lying?
No, I don't know. I don't think that's correct.
I'm 100% sure of that.
CHOP is a children's hospital. Why would they have
child?
gynecologists and obstetricians at a
They do.
children's hospital?
They do.
They do. It's actually,
To
believe it or not,
deliver
it's actually one of the
babies.
nicest places.
They
to
do
get-
actually.
to give
I have a
birth
lot of friends-
because
I have
That's
a lot
where
of
my
friends
mom
that work
worked,
there.
specifically at Chop.
With sick children. You weren't a sick child. Why
No,
would they
she
deliver
worked
you?
with, what would it call, NICU or whatever? I don't know. Whatever
Yeah,
it's
they
called.
have a unit. I have several friends that work there.
A
Today.
maternity unit.
Yes, at Chop.
So you can go in and be like, oh, I'm here to deliver a baby, and they'll be like, all right, come on in.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
What?
realistically, when you get pregnant, you're supposed to set in advance what hospital you're going to
Right.
go to.
Yeah, but I didn't think CHOP had an OB unit.
So crazy.
Oh, come on.
That's
I don't
terrible.
know. I have to confirm this with
There's
your mother.
sick dying
More reason
kids
to
there.
donate. But guys, extralate.org/participant/the Level Up Network.
Hashtag
How
Kristen
have
is
I
beautiful.
never known?
Click support me if you want to donate, or if you want to join our team, just
Yes.
replace participant with team. That's
How
it.
did I never know where you were born, ever? How did that never come up in
I have
conversation?
no idea.
Where was I born?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Do
Ohio?
I? The one right by you across the
I
street?
don't know.
I don't know. what it's
Sacred
called.
Heart?
Frankfurt Tarsdale.
Oh.
Okay, that one.
That
Yeah.
would have been awesome.
I knew what it was. I used to know the name.
That would have been awesome.
All right, we're
Yeah.
so off the rails right now. We have 71 people in the room. Let's get into the only non-gaming portion of the show. It's called the Level Up Show Has No Game. It is 3 non-gaming topics at 2 minutes each. Here we go, guys.
No way.
Way. First up, so James Wan is going to be directing Aquaman and Robotech. The reason we have this on the screen is because most
That was the
recently
last one
he did Furious 7, which did tremendously, by the way.
Right.
I
Anyone
don't wanna
Fast
talk
and
about
Furious?
it.
Really?
Are you Fast
Yeah,
and Furious fan?
So I've watched all of them,
Have you?
and I saw this in the theaters. I hated this fucking shit.
Oh, really?
I thought it was terrible, and I thought I told you that. You told me not to talk about it.
In
'cause
comparison
people
to
would-
the other ones?
Dude, you know what? It's just obnoxious. Like, listen, I'm okay with an action movie being an action movie, but there was no like. This could have been an okay regular action movie, but they're doing it in like the Fast and Furious, world, and it's just getting over the top ridiculous for stupidity reasons. I mean, there's some cool things. Don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff is really cool. Like the driving the car from one building to the other was, believe it or not, realistic.
Yep.
And cool. There's other things that I like that, but it was too much. It was just like nonstop. On top of it, I don't think Expendables was as much action as this movie was.
Well, let's talk about the name, though. This guy just came off of Fury 7, now one of the highest-grossing movies of all time. I think it just passed the original Avengers, even, as
Wow.
far as worldwide gross, especially
Hate
doing
it.
well over in Europe for some reason, I guess because they're car lovers over
Mhm.
there. But now they can push this guy's name on Aquaman, and I have a feeling it probably will bring people in.
See,
think
that's the
so.
thing. I don't know if I want him for Aquaman. You
No?
saw the movie, right?
I've no Fast and Furious movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
I have no interest in
Do me a
cars.
favor.
I have no interest
Just
in like
do me a
action
favor. This is
related.
more action. Do you like action movies?
Not like Schwarzenegger,
Okay.
like Rambo action movies.
Here's where I want you to watch
I
that
like
because
science
you are a
fiction
big
action.
fan of comics and therefore DC and therefore Aquaman fits into that. I'm already nervous as it is about it because it's Aquaman. I don't want James Wan doing
Yeah,
it.
but here's the
Robotech is
thing.
fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I've
Robotech's
never-
an anime.
I've never seen
Yeah.
Robotech, and if I watched this and based my decision off of that, like I can't. He would have had to have done a different superhero movie to have me make that call. You know what
The
I mean?
only one that he could have done was like something with where it's like
At least he can do action.
Right.
he can do action. The problem is not Aquaman style action.
Okay, maybe not.
No.
We'll have to wait and see.
No.
What's up?
I see nothing on here about obstetrics and gynecology.
Okay, never mind. So, Netflix is experimenting with the idea of actually adding advertisements into their software. Original advertisements. I don't know what that means exactly.
You know what's
but-
actually kind of crazy is isn't this exactly how cable started?
Right.
Yeah, right? Or is Netflix just going to become cable? How much would that piss you off if suddenly out of nowhere we're watching a Netflix show and suddenly it goes to commercial?
Yeah.
I
I-
hate Hulu for it.
I
I'll
would
tell you right now.
probably cancel my
Hashtag
subscription.
red rum.
Although
Red
here's,
rum.
Here's why I don't actually. I respect Hulu now a little bit. I don't know if do you use Hulu much?
No, not at all.
Okay. Do you use Hulu at all?
No, never.
I've been using it a lot lately. Obviously, I'm not doing anything else, so I've been watching a lot of TV and everything like that. So I went on Hulu, and I usually hate it, but I was trying to catch up, especially with Daily Show and everything. And instead of having like the 6 breaks of like 30 seconds of commercials, there's an option now in some things where you can watch a 4-minute advertisement at the beginning and then no commercials the rest of it.
The problem with Hulu is anything that you're paying a premium for should not have commercials.
Right.
And that's the thing is, we'll start with Kristen. Your choice. They either raise the price of Netflix
I don't
as
pay-
a monthly fee.
We don't pay for Netflix, so.
Well, true. Let's say that we do pay for Netflix.
Oh, you missed
Let's
it.
say we do pay for Netflix. They raise the monthly fee or they add commercials. What would you rather they do?
A commercial, duh.
So you'd rather them add commercials and raise the monthly price?
Yeah.
Okay. I would rather
I'm
them raise
a
the monthly price.
cheapskate.
I would
I'm a
rather them.
cheapskate.
I would rather them raise the monthly. But
Yeah.
if they start raising commercials, I'm gonna cancel.
How about you, Mike? Raise the price monthly or add commercials?
Sorry. I don't know.
Because they have a lot of
by the
really
way,
good original
Speaking
content
about,
now.
they're already being assholes. By the way, I forgot to bring that because we're talking about this. On top of that, did you know that now it limits how many devices you can use at one time?
Yeah, it's always been that way.
No,
Yeah.
it hasn't.
It's
I've been
always
able to
been
do
that
As
way.
far
three-
as I've been a member,
No, I
is
was
that
able
way.
to do 3 at once, and I know this for a fact because
Yeah,
I had
that's
it on.
always been. You've
Yeah,
always been
now
able
it's
to.
2.
There's-
Maybe they lowered it, but there's
Right,
always
that's
been a
what I'm
limit.
saying.
2 tiers.
No, right, but there wasn't before.
You can add
Before, it
more.
was
You can go on
unlimited.
and actually pay more to
Ever
add
since
more.
ever since
Right.
I've been a member, there was the middle tier, which I have.
I don't care. Show you
No,
that.
there's only
Well,
2
that's
now.
pretty rude, but
It's 2 or 4, and that's it.
More Netflix, guys. Daredevil was really good, right? We
It's all-
all
I
like
love
Daredevil
Daredevil,
here. Season 2 is coming,
Did you hear about
and
this?
supposedly Jason Statham is #1 for Bullseye.
I fucking love that.
Right?
That's so good.
When I heard this, I was like, there is nothing that would make me happier unless it was Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell was good as Bullseye. Come on.
I just wanted to see Dean's face.
I actually
know
did
for
like
a fact
him.
Dean did. You know what?
No.
I didn't mind him doing what he was told.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, but the way that they wrote him was terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just like a walking cheesecake factory.
Right. But other than that, he
Just
looked,
so cheesy.
he
He was
looked
just
how
so
I
cheesy.
felt Bullseye should
It
have
was
looked.
so bad.
He's
Right,
a
oh, he was
walking
terrible for it.
cheesecake
But
factory.
Jason Statham has that badassness, and he has that.
Pennsylvania hospital.
She stole.
Oh
I
my
know that
God.
she is. She's gonna be obsessed with this all night.
Colin Farrell, let me clarify. Colin Farrell doesn't bother me.
No, I like Colin Farrell a lot.
Colin Farrell doesn't bother me. It's
But-
that him as Bullseye I hate it.
Right, but Jason
But
Statham.
Colin
though-
Farrell-
Wait, well,
is
let's talk
fine.
about Jason Statham. Isn't this guy too big, high profile for a
No.
Netflix series?
Not
No.
really, because if you think about the movies he's done, like, they're just shoehorning him into, like, every piece of, like, crazy over-the-top action movie
And
they can.
if I remember seeing interviews with him, he actually he's not even doing it for the money anymore. He's just doing it for the fun. He likes just having fun with the movies.
Yeah.
So it has to be a role that he thinks is cool.
What I'm
I'm sure the
thinking
Netflix stuff got his
is,
attention.
like, first hearing this is, like, this might be something that gets his career set on, like, a new path. And perhaps maybe taking, like, a little bit more seriously, because, like, if he's able to come on and do, like, this villainous role, and, like, Daredevil was kind of like a drama.
Right, yeah, there's more.
Like, there's much more for him to, like,
There's
We don't think
seriousness to
yeah,
it.
Melissa McCarthy's Spy is going to do that for us?
I don't
No.
think that. No.
Spy though is doing
Yeah, it
ridiculously
is,
well.
it is.
We have to
Yeah,
see
it is
It's
doing well.
really,
I
really
don't
It is
well.
doing
understand
well.
it.
And Paul Feig finally
But-
hit it, I guess.
I don't know. I think Jason Statham for this would be great, but it's not a shoo-in. It's not definitely.
So Lone
100%.
Gunman here says
Um,
Statham already walked away from it.
Okay, maybe he did.
So maybe he did.
I wouldn't be surprised personally.
I wouldn't be
No.
surprised either, but that would be cool.
That would have been awesome.
That's it, guys. That is our 3 topics for this week of
Woo!
the Level Up Show Has No Game. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was
I
a
liked
good
it.
one.
Good conversation
Like
there.
conversation.
So I was born in Chop.
Did you ask your mom?
No, I don't know.
Andrew, I really don't think you were.
Should I text my mom?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna text my mom.
Do it.
Let's do this. We're
We're
gonna find out.
Is she
We're
awake?
gonna
Is she
get
gonna be
the
like
answer to this
mad at
question,
you? Is she
guys.
awake still? Is she gonna be mad at you?
I hope you
10:30.
wake her up.
I think she'll be awake.
I hope you wake
Jess
her up.
says, I think only if there's like a known birth defect or something wrong.
Gravy biscuits. In the meantime, while we're
If I
texting
wasn't born in
Andrew's
Chop,
mom,
my world has been flipped upside down. Like this is where I
I'm-
always thought I was born.
I believe you personally, just because I have friends that work there now, and I've heard them talk about. But that's the
But
thing.
they talk
that's
about-
now.
They talk about sick babies in the NICU, but do they actually come out of the birth canal?
I don't know. I don't.
I
work
don't.
there. I work at Starbucks.
really would be.
Let's get into this. Let's get down
Shocked.
into the nitty gritty here.
No, just after working in a hospital and stuff, I would be shocked if I found out CHOP had a labor and delivery unit. I would be shocked.
I'm excited to find out now. Personally.
I hope so too. I hope she gets back to me. We're gonna find out. More importantly, look at the number, Kristen.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
We're over 100 people in the room. Thank you for joining us, guys. Let's thank our follows here. We've already gotten 7 or so. What's up?
If it comes up, we need to like do a big reveal.
I'll tell you if it does.
Okay.
I won't just reveal it.
He's just gonna be
easily.
like silent, like his mom's like, "No, you were born at Cooper." And he's just like, "She never texted me back." Delete.
Here are our follows so far tonight, guys. Thank you to Mortal Spartan, Diablo666, Haze Demons, Apache019, Flyco Kaka, Sergeant Sledgeham, and Rammerman. Thank you for those follows, guys. Keep
Yeah.
them coming.
Remember,
It's
it wasn't already following us?
I guess not.
You jerk.
Maybe unfollowed and refollowed, whatever. Doesn't matter. Thank you for the follows, guys. Continue them throughout the night. If we get to 6,100, we'll give 300 XP to chat room. Our most recent one that just popped up right now was Fearless. Thank you, Fearless, for the follow. Do what he did, guys. Go to the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, hit that heart button. Your name will pop up on the TV, and we will, of course, shout you out.
Look how sweet Bodhi's being.
He's a sweet boy. He likes that attention.
No.
I will tell you. I'll put on my volume so that we actually hear if I get a text. All right?
No, it's gonna be
I'm
really
gonna
annoying with
say,
your email.
Probably. We'll find out.
I'm gonna say maybe Pennsylvania Hospital. Maybe you were born.
Pennsylvania? I don't think so. But thank you
Move
to
on.
Infamous Jet. It might be. What just happened?
That was quick.
I think that's probably just email. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn that off.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not gonna be able to do this for a while.
No way. That's gonna be going off every other second with all of our follows. All right. So anything that people want to talk about as far as what we've been playing? Is there anything just so
Thank
awesome?
you, best redneck.
Awesome, no, but I did get to play some 3DS.
Oh, really? Okay.
You
Yeah.
own
What'd
a
you play?
3DS?
Am I bored? No. Well, yes, for the time being.
You borrowing one?
Yeah. Thank you, GameStop, and your return policy for
Nice.
used equipment.
Nice.
I decided my boredom to grab one. I got caught up on Animal Crossing. I played that for a little bit. I got to play Super Smash Brothers,
Oh, cool.
which is fun, but it's Super Smash Brothers and it's on a DS, so it's not as fun as it could be on the big screen.
Dude, during Extra Life, I'm gonna bring my Wii U and we'll get some Smash Brothers proper going.
I do have a Wii U.
Oh,
by the way.
absolutely.
You have a
yeah,
Wii
he-
U.
Yeah, you have a Wii U, so you can bring it
Wow.
We
over.
just
We
don't
can-
play
And
it
it's
much.
Super Nintendo.
We'll have to unlock
And it's Super
everybody,
Nintendo,
though.
but we
Yeah.
got to find out how to
So
do that.
everybody
But
unlocked.
I'm not gonna keep it. Like after
Yeah.
having it now, like I wasn't going to originally. I was just keeping it. Like it was $130 versus spending out $400 something.
Right.
Diary Jason answered me.
What? What did he
What?
say?
He said hi.
Oh, okay.
And
I thought you were saying that he knew where I was like born or something.
Yeah, I thought that too.
But I'm not gonna keep it because it's. I realized how
She
little
answered?
I would actually
No.
use it.
I had one, and then I sold it, and then I
Bought
bought
one again,
an XL
and then-
one from a girl I work with. Didn't
And then
want
you
it,
sold it again.
and then I sold it again. I was like,
Right.
I don't use it. I use my
I got
Vita
the XL. It was
every
cheap.
day.
It was only $130 to use,
Right.
which is not bad.
It's a
from
nice.
200.
It's a nice
but
piece of tech. It is.
I'm
I
gonna
like
return it quicker than I thought I was because I'm just so bored with it.
I finished Act 1 of Broken Age. I'm on to Act
Oh,
2
nice.
now.
Awesome.
Really cool ending. Cool twist. I'm not
On
going
the
to talk
first
about
one
it
or
on the first
second one?
act. Yeah.
Okay.
Really, really cool twist at the end of that first act. Something that was like, whoa, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe they did that, and I didn't see it coming. And really, really cool. So I'm excited to go through Act 2. Another thing Chris and I did this week, not gaming related, but we watched Edge of Tomorrow.
Did you like
Anybody see that yet?
In
Wait,
3D
wait,
No, I
in
didn't
our
see
living
it. I
room.
wanted
it?
to.
Edge of Tomorrow.
With Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Wasn't that freaking good?
It was so undersold. Dude. That
Anybody
movie is
who likes
great.
like Terminator 2, this is like the
Yeah.
best sci-fi action movie I've seen
I'm
probably
so
since
happy
Terminator 2.
we're having this conversation right now. I tell everybody that. They're like, I didn't hear. Oh, the movie they retitled. I'm like, watch
Live,
it.
Die, Repeat.
You gotta
yeah.
watch it.
I heard it's cool.
It's
It is
really good,
really
dude.
good. It's
Yeah.
on HBO on demand. Check it out.
No, I was just really
I'll
thrilled
do it.
because
I'll
it
watch
was in
tomorrow.
3D, and we never use our 3D glasses, and I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
that
It
was
looked
awesome.
good.
It
It
looked
looked
Oh,
good.
you guys
Right.
have that's a 3D TV
It is a
out there?
3D
Yeah.
TV.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
And it looked good.
My TV in my office game room always tells me like whenever like I put in a PS4 game, it's like, oh, you can do this in 3D, and I'm like, what? No, I can't. It's not 3D.
Is it
TV.
because like it looks like the TV is mirrored at certain points? Because that can happen. Like if you have, let's say, credits rolling on the screen and it's
Mhm.
divided into 2 bars, it'll tell you have 3D because that's how it senses it typically, is when the left side and the right side of the screen look similar.
I don't know. I put in like I booted up Stardust Ultra, and it was like, you want to play this in 3D?
That does have
'Cause you got a
3D.
3D TV.
That's awesome in 3D.
And I was like, I don't have a 3D
That's actually
TV.
probably one of the
Oh.
coolest looking games in 3D.
It
Yeah.
always tells me I have a 3D. So there's a couple other games that are like, oh, why don't you try this out in 3D, man? I'm like, yeah, I would love to, but I don't have a 3D TV.
Right.
10%
It's honestly,
green, good movie.
it goes so unused because I had one for the longest time too, and I didn't want to get it. It was just in the TV,
I would never
Um,
use it. I'm not a 3D
and
guy.
it was okay. It was cool. Like I said, Super Stardust is great.
Bye,
in it.
best country boy.
Well,
My
that's
best
it.
country
Other
boy.
than that,
Thanks
you
for
know,
stopping
it's
in, man.
Big of a deal.
Let's move on. We
Bye,
got
best redneck.
Best Redneck. Thank you
They're
for
cousins.
coming in.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've played some
cool.
things, but I'm not sure I want to talk about it. 'cause
Best
I'm not
country
sure
boy
I
and best
trust
redneck.
Greg anymore about
They're
what talking
cousins.
about what I'm
Yeah, you're
playing.
not allowed to talk about
They're
games
getting up
anymore.
really
Well,
Drag
the
horses.
things that I have openly played, I platinum Lego Movie, and I started. Yo, you know what game is awesome that I just started? Get Out of Hell, the Saints Row 4 expansion.
Oh, yeah.
Is it good?
I was like, this is weird. It's Saints Row, and then like 4 hours went by, and I was like, this is so fun right now. dude. It's just stupid, like mindless, like you're flying around hell, like collecting shit. It's
Yeah.
just fun, just dumb fun. That's all I've been playing.
Anything to get those trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for these follows from Team Kev, Naybre, In the Sky, Killer Player, Scorpion 300, Best Redneck did follow us, cousin of Best Country Boy, Infamous
Bro.
Jet, Fearless, and more. Keep those follows coming, guys. We're getting close to that 6,100 goal. Let's move on to the level update. This is our discussion of the week's biggest gaming
Can you
industry
see?
news.
Can you see like the mood swings? Ah! And then I'm like,
Can we clip that?
She's in a mood, man.
Can we
Dude,
clip
there's-
that, please, and use that?
if
Which
Greg
one?
was here right now, it would go down.
Greg's not here, and Greg was also supposed to be in the chat, but he's out drinking now with
drunk
his
right now,
cool
yeah.
friends.
He's 21, but
Let him
That's
do.
fine.
Dick.
You
I
do
will
you,
let
boo-boo.
him. I'm gonna let him drink himself
Greg
into
has
the
the happiest
loser
best
chair.
life.
Do it. How was drinking those trophies?
So tasty.
He can drink out of bottles. Dean's drinking out of
I have
trophies.
faith in my running mates.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
can I say one more thing before you start it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking to add to the bet that whoever loses, do you have a hair chest too, Dean? That we should be wax someone's chest.
It'll never happen. I'll die before.
I
do
feel like
that.
that's a little
It was
unfair though.
painful.
I have a
because you
real
wax my
hairy
chest,
chest.
you're
No,
waxing like here, and
I
that's
have
it.
the worst. And
But
it's
if you wax
painful
their
as shit.
chest,
I've done it,
I
and it's
believe it,
awful.
dude.
It's the most painful thing ever.
Yeah,
Darn it, I
waxing
wanted-
their chest would be pain.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do
I
it.
meant just one little swipe. What about a leg?
No.
You
It'd
can
be
do one
so
swipe.
funny.
Nope.
Why?
That's the answer. It's
But
no.
dude,
Wait, but you should be so
But
confident
I
you're gonna
believe
win.
in you. That's
that
what I'm
it
trying
won't
to say. I
happen.
believe in you.
Yeah, but on the off chance that I do lose, I'm not trying to get that happening to me. So I'm smart. I'm just gonna be smart and be like,
dude, I
no.
Puskil
got
Scab,
this.
shave the beast.
You got
Well,
this.
I don't know. I won this week, so I get to choose what the stakes are
Do it.
tomorrow. So
Do
we'll
it.
see what happens. I
Do it.
guess.
All right.
I think we should open up
Aw.
a little like competition for the audience
Really
too.
wanted to
We
wax
want to do
someone.
Team Greg and Team Beast T-shirts.
Yeah.
I think somebody should try and create like some awesome
I
designs.
feel
for
like there
T-shirts.
will be. I will buy one. I would buy both because
Yeah.
that's cool.
If you guys want to take part in that,
I like it.
we're not offering you anything. Just if you guys want to have some fun designing some stuff. for
Yes,
us.
send us your.
Yeah,
Send
we
us
should
your-
definitely give
How
XP,
about
yeah.
XP to whoever creates the one that is generally voted on as?
That would be a lot of XP. I think whoever gets it would deserve a lot of XP. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind, guys.
You like that idea?
What is it?
Just a bunch of XP if they design a good logo for. Team Beast.
I'm gonna let Team Greg decide what they want to do, and I'll say whoever sends us the best Team Beast design, I will buy them a $10 PSN card.
Very nice.
Wow.
Cool.
There you go. Even better.
I'll talk with Greg. We'll find out what we want to do as well.
Cool.
All right. So let's move on to the level updates.
Yeah.
All right.
It can be a thigh, it can be a chest, it can be anything.
No, no
She's
way.
not gonna
It
let
can
this
be
go,
an
though.
eyebrow.
Yeah, right.
No, I would never.
That would be the worst.
That would be
Actually,
the
I
worst
would be
one.
One
most against
eyebrow.
that.
No.
Just wax off one eyebrow. That'd be hilarious.
First up, it happened, guys. We've been calling this
We
for a
know
while
it was
now.
gonna happen.
Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection,
Yeah.
announced for PS4. Yeah, I think it's cool, right?
I'm excited. I'm
All
very
the
Maybe
people-
excited.
I'll actually play it.
Maybe you will, because
Have you
that's,
never played Uncharted?
No.
that's what I was
Oh,
about to
man.
say. People have missed out on the
Lucky
series.
you, dude. This is the time.
Now is your chance. So let's go through some of the PS blog notes here. First up, changes. That means not only allowing you to play the single-player campaigns of Uncharted Drake's Fortune, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, and Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception in 1080p and 60 frames per second with better lighting, textures, and models, but they're also working on a range of improvements and additions across all three games. Best part, Bluepoint Games is handling the remaster. They are really good at
They are.
remasters. Pre-order bonuses. By pre-ordering Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection now, you can receive the Nathan Drake pack, which includes single-player skins of iconic Drake outfits, as well as everyone's favorite weapons, the golden AK-47 and golden 92 FS guns. If you pre-order the digital download via the PlayStation Store, you also get an Uncharted Nathan Drake collection PS4 dynamic theme. And last but not least, this is pretty cool, access to the Uncharted 4 multiplayer beta. And one other important note, buying the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection grants you exclusive access to the Uncharted 4 A Thief's End multiplayer beta while that beta is available, of course. No multiplayer included with the remasters, meaning Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, those multiplayers will not be in the
I
remaster.
wonder why.
Probably because of the beta for the 4th or something.
I'll tell you what, though. This is like my perfect scenario. I never even wanted to play the multiplayer in any of them. I never did play the multiplayer.
It was
in any of
fun.
them.
Me and Drew played it for a while.
You played the multiplayer and not the campaign?
The beta,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
think that's what you took part in. Yeah,
That's
I
so
like
weird.
2 better than 3, but both of them I thought were pretty good.
I loved all three Uncharted games. I'm totally gonna jump in there and play all three all over again. Can't
Nice.
wait.
You wanna get
Depends
into it?
on what's happening at that moment for me, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'll say that. Whether I actually get to play them
Like, or
all
just sit
immediately,
there?
Yeah.
or they
We'll
just
see.
sit there for a little bit.
That's the question.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, go ahead.
Video content.
Yeah.
Actually, a pretty cool one. Fallout 4 was actually unveiled surprisingly a week
Mhm.
early, or 2 weeks before E3.
Do you like my
Um,
notes on this one?
Yeah, you're an asshole.
There's
It was
nothing to go off of.
Dude, do you want to see his notes on the Fallout trailer?
It's
Drew's
perfect.
here's exactly what Drew wrote for this. Fallout 4 announced for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Takes place in Boston. Has a dog. ...
That's about it. I figured we'd actually play the trailer and discuss it a little bit.
Right, it's cool, and you know what I like about it? It's very simplistic. I feel like they're holding back. I feel like they're not showing all their cards yet, because this is essentially what happened when they showed Fallout 3 too.
Yeah.
They had just the one little trailer with the one screen, and that was it. And then the music, the really cool music in the background, like the old school music, and that was mostly all you got. And they're doing the same thing in here. Now your complaints, we've been talking about this for a little while. Your complaints are that it didn't feel like a PS4 game. It felt
It
like
didn't
a
feel
PS
like a sequel to
Right.
me. I mean, not even just graphically. It looks like a end of life PS3 game in my opinion.
And
but not
so-
just that. It just looks like the same game. Like
Well, I
it
mean,
has
they're
the
all-
dog. It has like the bunker. Like it just everything about it looks the same.
There
I
was
would
no
have.
dog in the last one.
There was no dog in 3.
No.
Really?
No.
I could have sworn there was a dog
No,
in
that's
3.
why everybody's losing their shit.
Okay, well that's cool. At least
Because it has a dog. Because Call of Duty did it, so it has
Cool.
to be cool now.
It has a dog. But still, when I watched the trailer, like there was nothing. If I knew nothing about Fallout, there was nothing telling me this is the newest Fallout game.
But realistically, it is because it's showing you. I mean, it's obviously a different setting. Here's the thing: it's not really supposed to cater to you.
Yeah.
There's two groups that this is catering to: the diehard fans who know it's a new game, and the people who are new to Fallout who wouldn't know the difference and just see it as a new game on PS4. So therefore,
Italian Mob says there was a dog in Fallout 3.
there was a dog.
I thought so. I could have sworn there was a dog in
I
Fallout
never
3.
played
I
it.
thought you did play it.
Nope.
Yep.
I didn't think there
Odessi
was a
says
dog.
yes, Fallout 3 had a dog. That's what I thought.
I didn't think it did.
All the trailers I've ever watched for Fallout 3 also had a dog that looked about exactly the same as that dog. So, like, there's just nothing separating this game so far from the first one besides that it's in Boston, and that's about it. That's all I can think of.
Yeah.
I feel
But I
like
didn't play Fallout,
I feel
so.
like this was like a setup to get people already excited to see, so they didn't have to do like, because when they unveil a brand new game, they have to do a lot of setup, and it takes a long time in a conference. I feel like they did this deliberately so they could be like, listen, we have it. This is what it is. This is the basic of what it's going to look like, and I feel like they're going to try to wow us at their actual conference.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they released this ahead of E3 so they could get this out of the way and show some more meat.
Right,
At E3.
Some meats.
Some meat for
I'm
their
not really.
potatoes.
I feel nothing towards this.
This
I
is just
kind of
the
felt like
potatoes.
left out when
We're
this
waiting on the steak.
like dropped because everybody else was like so hyped, and I was like, I feel
Well, we never played it.
nothing.
Yeah,
you never played Fallout either.
I've never played Fallout.
None of us have actually.
Oh,
It's
you haven't
that-
either?
Yeah, we've all missed out on it, and it wasn't that I didn't want to play. I just missed out on it at the time when it came out.
I'll tell you what. I probably won't.
Oh, I'm
play this
100%
one.
getting it.
Yeah, I probably won't play this one either. I have no interest.
I'm 100% getting it.
Okay. I honestly I don't know. But a real quick question too. Do we expect Fallout 4 to come out this year or?
I think it's gonna come out
I'm
in the
going
fall.
to talk about it later.
All right. I'll wait then. I'll say what
Okay.
I think later on as well when you get to that. I guess it'll be for E3 predictions and whatnot.
Cool.
Okay.
Are you shaking your head at Kristen?
Apparently, Dave thinks he's like the hairiest man ever.
No.
Drew
I don't
is gonna
know.
argue
I don't know.
that.
I'm like that.
No way.
Drew is going to argue
No
that.
way in hell, dude.
Andrew does not seem to think that Dave is the hairiest man in the world.
Here's what I'll tell you guys. No, never mind. I won't because that has to do with our Patreon. I don't want to push our Patreon right now during Extra Life.
You can.
All I'll say is if we get to $250 monthly on Patreon, which is like $50 away, we are shaving a +1 into Mike's chest hair, and you guys will see it happen. So you will understand why.
Look how happy
And you'll
Kristen just
understand
got.
why
She's-
Dave is not the hair.
She's got a little sadistic.
As soon as he
streak
said
in
it, she turns and she goes,
I love like
Pain?
Kristen's gonna become the $50 donation.
masochist.
I'll tell you,
masochist.
I was in the chat. I was saying, I was like, I don't look hairy, but my chest is like a problem.
I believe it.
I'm like, I'm not trying to deal with that.
I've got like hair here and nowhere else.
you have like no body hair,
Lucky
like
you,
on
man.
your chest.
These guys
See,
saw me
just
at the
is-
beach.
Around the
Yeah.
nipples and down the sternum.
These
That's
guys
about
got
it.
reminded
That's
last year at the
That's
beach.
all you need, dude.
And you still got burnt.
And I still got burnt.
I don't know how you got
Amazed
burnt.
how I got burnt.
You wear a sweater to the beach, so like
It happens.
it's just unbelievable. All right, go ahead, Dean.
Moving on.
Moving
Black
on.
Tusk Studios renamed to it's the Coalition.
The Coalition.
The Coalition.
That's right.
According to studio head Rod Ferguson, quote, beginning today, the Vancouver-based Xbox team working on the Gears of War franchise will be known as The Coalition. What's in a name? In short, the Coalition... Is that what that meant to say? What's in a name?
What's in a name? That's what he said. Yeah.
What's in a name?
What's in a name?
In short, the Coalition
Getting
speaks
There's
to...
a rose, not by other.
The Coalition speaks to who we are as a team, and... Page flip.
Done poorly.
Well, maybe if I wasn't
I thought it was
interrupted.
awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. It is where we're working on. A coalition is a team of diverse individuals working together for a common purpose, a concept that we feel describes our studio quite well. Fans will also recognize the coalition of ordered governments, COG, from Gears of War lore. When people hear 343 Industries, they associate it with Halo. When they hear Turn 10 Studios, they know that's who makes Forza. Moving forward, when you hear the coalition, we want
Turn
you to
10
think
is
of
Forza.
Gears of War. On top of this news, it has been confirmed that Gears of War is getting a major E3 reveal in just a little over a week. That blows one of my E3 predictions because I didn't
So-
know that.
So congrats, guys. Coalition is going to be known for Gears of War. You know the
Well,
the,
no,
the
never mind.
franchise that,
and nothing else.
and the franchise that somebody else had to create for you.
Whoa!
So that's awesome.
I mean, they're taking over. That's all. I don't think it's. I think it's like
I-
the same. Like they want 343 to be the Halo studio.
But they're
because
not. Bungie is.
They're not
I have a problem with this.
anymore.
I like when studios have freedom to do whatever the hell they want.
I agree with you.
And pretty much what this says is Microsoft takes studios and they create them to be, you're the Halo team, you're the Forza team, you're the Gears of War team, that's it. You guys are never going to do anything else.
Yeah,
And that sucks.
I
think
totally
that's
hear
really
what you're
dumb.
saying. But you know what?
Naughty Dog,
Completely
they were free to
uninspired.
do The Last of Us, something that I don't think a lot of people
Yeah.
would allow them to do
No.
otherwise.
And
you
look
know?
what it did for everything.
Yeah, it's because Sony
You're right.
trusted them. And it's like, Naughty Dog, you have an amazing pedigree. We know that whatever you're going to do, it's going to do great. So just, you have free reign.
I agree, but at the same rate, like if I was one of these guys, I would feel comfort in knowing that like my job is probably
Oh, yeah.
secure.
Good for
Only
them.
until
Yeah, I
they're
agree
done.
with that.
But not really, because
Only
them
until they're done.
dedicating this studio to each game kind of means like they know that they're gonna make more games. These
Yeah.
games are gonna keep coming, so they.
Yeah,
this is
I
the
mean,
team.
that's
No,
good
it's
for
good
them.
for them. It's good
Right.
for them. I agree.
It's
Is it
more
good for
job
gamers?
security than like someone on Naughty Dog when like Last of Us wraps up and they're like, well, I have nothing left to draw for the concept art, so they're like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I
that
understand.
sucks. That's really threatening.
I don't even think Last of
Right.
Us was the best example anyway. Sony allowing Quantic Dream to do first Heavy Rain, but then even more so Beyond Two Souls. Games that both sold 2 million copies, but still
Yeah.
had a lot of work put into them.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of, production companies or
Ah!
studios that'll be allowed to do that.
Yeah,
So.
I do agree though. It does kind of suck that like you know for a fact they're not going to be working on anything else.
Right, and like I said, to me, it sucks because they're like, oh, we need to be known for Gears of War. I'm sorry, no offense. I mean, you might do great with it. 343 does great with Halo, but that wasn't your baby. That you're the
Yeah.
adopted parents, and by adopted meaning,
No, sorry, Dave.
Nope.
Not as hairy. Is that going to be the Kristen's corner? Or are we going to show up Dave's hairy chest?
Yeah, I agree. I see.
you
your
know what I
point.
mean? Like,
yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
not.
I see your point.
It's not theirs.
Okay.
So.
We just got another follow. Thank you to from It's Justice, bruh. It's Justice, bruh. Yeah. And Neighbor. Thank you, Neighbor.
Speaking about that, did you
The
see the
followers.
video?
Dave,
posted
I don't
on
think you're
Facebook
hairy
today?
enough.
The cop. I posted a little, like, maybe 3
That's
hours
an
ago,
awesome
4 hours
picture,
ago.
though.
No.
He's like teasing us. He's like, oh, just a little bit.
We're falling so far behind, guys. We'll take one Skype call real quick. Call in on Skype at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. We can talk about anything gaming related for the next couple minutes
And
here.
he has his level up shirt
This
on.
guy's Level Up shirt on.
Aww.
His maroon, his Noble Metal Gamer special, actually. That's his
Aw.
shirt.
Yeah.
I
Specifically.
see, is it R2D2 in the back?
Yeah, he's got an R2D2, yep. It's like I don't know what it is exactly.
Trash can?
A vacuum
Yeah, that's what I was
cleaner?
thinking. It was like a trash can.
A popcorn
something.
maker.
Popcorn
A
maker.
cheese factory.
A cheese factory.
Factory?
Cheesecake factory.
While we're waiting for a Skype call,
Uh-huh.
NJD Gamer says, "Are indies good for gamers?" I just
Uh-oh.
want to respond by that by saying, "Hell
What do you
yeah,
do?
dude. We need them. They're carrying platforms right now between AAA
Nice. And
titles.
Minikin.
So yes,
And
indies are great for
Minikin,
gamers.
let's take this call. Hey, Minikin, how you doing, man?
Yo.
What are we looking
on,
at, man?
man?
We're looking at some of your collection or something going on the wall there.
Wait.
I saw like a Sega Saturn controller.
What? Say Saturn.
Or maybe Genesis. Like I saw a Sega controller on the
Here
wall.
we go. Okay. Oh, okay. I can hear y'all now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, man.
There we go.
Okay, cool. Okay, my question is, as gamers, have you ever felt, as older gamers, have you ever felt like discriminated because like y'all grown men and y'all still play video game, and
Oh, you have the perfect one for this.
and what do y'all feel about the company, the Big N? It's actually two questions, because me, I don't like the company of the house that Mario built, because I feel like they bring that stereotype of video games is for kids. So what do y'all feel about that stereotype that video games is for little
Good
kids?
I'll let Kristen start with this
Yeah.
one. Kristen, tell and Minikin about the one
I
time
was gonna
say
that guy
that.
came over.
So I had someone come over to potentially install a security system. So he came down the basement, was looking around to see where he would put stuff, and he came down in the basement, and I was like, oh, this is my husband's room. And he pretty much was like judging Andrew right away. What did he say? Something
He
about
asked if I
like,
worked, I think, right?
yeah, like, oh, does he have a job? Like, what does he do?
Oh, I didn't know
And
if that guy
practically,
came
like,
out.
saw the room and just judged him and thought he was probably just like a fat, lazy piece of crap.
A basement dweller.
Yeah.
Pretty
Right.
much, yeah. Just right off the bat. He
Yeah.
saw video game stuff. I was a basement dweller. I didn't have a job.
Right.
Yeah, so He was all ready to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
Right.
Your husband doesn't do anything, does he?" It's
Right.
Yeah, that was
pretty
like
much.
immediate judgment. That's
yeah,
what I was
that's
thinking.
definitely my example and
That's
Chris's
bullshit.
example. What about you,
All
Mike?
time. So I'm going to answer his second question
Okay.
about Nintendo. So being I just got the 3DS and everything like that, I'm going through and some of the games. I mean, I'm playing it for like the kiddier type games and everything like that. It's very family friendly. Some of the stuff is getting too kiddie, like the new Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
Is over the top, way too geared for kids. Like it's the whole point is now collecting coins.
Yeah.
Instead of like the actual harder puzzles and everything like that. It's not nearly as hard as it used to be. I blew through most of it in literally 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's almost a joke in a game, so I don't like it as much. So I feel that, but even more so, even the system itself, I had to just try to download YouTube, which is a free app. Well, then I had to go and create this account, and it had like 50 different steps. And at one point, it's like, make sure you give this to your parents. Bitch, I'm 27. Like, no,
Yeah,
you
they
give it to
baby
your parents.
gamers
Like, get
for
out of
sure.
here. Like, what? Like, it just assumes that everybody playing it is a child, a young child, and I don't like that. So I agree 100%, man. I agree with you. Big Nintendo needs to get their head out of their ass and realize they need to service both the younger and the older crowd
Yeah.
at the same time.
And they tried it at one point. Like, remember what was it, Mad World? Maybe they tried a little bit with
Yeah,
that.
I
Yeah.
forgot that
But
they
now,
did
like,
that.
they're trying to do a shooter again, Nintendo exclusive shooter. It's Splatoon, and even though I think it looks really cool,
It's really cool. It is really cool.
they're
I
still
really
trying to
like it.
make sure that it's geared towards children.
Right, and
it's-
I don't know. I don't know if I 100% support that. They're losing a lot of the demographic.
yeah, I think they just need to find that balance a little better than they currently do.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dean?
I've never really been like discriminated against per se. I mean, I've definitely, there's always like little like blindsided judgment and this and that from like, here and there, just whenever I'm talking about games publicly. But I've always been a very, I'm sure that everybody sees who watches this show. I've been a very like, pardon my language, like don't give a fuck kind of guy.
Yeah.
So like I'm always very open and I'm like I used to play in like bands. I used to be a totally different guy. I used to play in bands and stuff. We would be there hanging out at the shows. All the bands would be hanging out. All these guys would be talking to girls, and like I would usually just be like chilling off, like playing my little like DS and like I was always very open with like who I am, and I just really never cared.
Yeah, that's good.
And I think people respond to that kind of attitude. Like they see that you don't care,
Yeah.
so they don't mess with you as much. But I have seen it, and it's terrible, and I think people need to all.
And
just
Minikin,
grow
do
up.
you have an example on your behalf of like discrimination against you as a gamer?
I remember once I went to this like this little reunion with people I congregate in because I practice martial arts. So I brought my my Vita. Then people saw me like, oh my God, a Vita! You got a video game console? They just looked at me like where? I'm like, yeah, so what's a PlayStation?
It doesn't add up,
like,
like they
Right.
think for some
yeah,
reason.
exactly. They looked at me weird. Like, oh my God, like I'm too grown to have like a Vita and stuff. Like you
No,
play
I had the
video
same thing in high
games? I'm
school.
like,
Right, we all did.
I played baseball and stuff like this, so some people associated me with jocks. Some people didn't because I was also really into art. I was also one of the top of my class, so I had these like two different sides that completely saw me differently. But especially that jock side, when they heard like how into games I was and stuff like that, it definitely took them by surprise. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
people just don't think that they go together like for some reason, and I think that's changing over
Yeah.
time. Definitely, I think now that you've got a lot of I don't want to generalize entirely, but like jocks playing Call of Duty and Madden and stuff like that. So
Right.
you find just pretty much everybody starting to play games, which is cool.
Let's just all be humans that live on this earth.
Or
Yeah.
cats.
Just do what you
Or
want to do.
animals.
Play games,
Do
play
what you
football, draw, do whatever the
Get
fuck
born
you
in
want to do.
Children's
Yeah,
Hospital
who
of Philadelphia.
cares?
Yeah, boy, get
When
born in
you're
chop
when
9
you're a
times. Whatever you
teenager,
gotta do.
when you're a tween or a teenager, you care so much about what
Oh, yeah.
people think. You will do anything to like have people accept you. And when you get to like our age, you're like, I don't care, just go away.
Yeah.
No, it's like, who cares? Go away.
Well said.
Word
Man
by
Minikin,
Kristen.
another great question, man. Thank you for calling in.
yeah, no doubt, level up.
Level
Level
up,
up.
man. He's the best.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't
I
like
love
me,
it.
yeah.
He's awesome.
You level up. Yeah.
it's like if you don't like me, like
Get over
there's
it.
a million other people I could be friends with.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need you.
Right.
Exactly right. All right, so before we move on, I want to thank Tyspin, who just gifted me on Steam New Vegas. Fallout New
Nice.
Vegas.
That's
Well,
awesome.
there you go.
I don't know if I'm going to get around to playing it, but I really feel like I should try now.
Yeah.
Thank you so
now
much,
you definitely
Tyler.
have to get into it.
Thank you so much, Tyler. That's really awesome of you to gift that to me. Also, thank you to Corona and the Wolfie and Team Kev again for the follows on Twitch. Guys, keep them coming. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation. We're getting closer and closer to the 6,100 mark. And let's move on to the second level update of the night. Next up, what's going on here?
Mike, you have a skunk down your shirt. Ew!
So, I'm not sure how I feel about this entirely, but Final Fantasy 15 is a very, very different game from Final Fantasy Versus 13. We're starting to find out. We had another recent active time report, with the creators of Final Fantasy 15, where they discuss how the game's progressing and what's changed. They really were talking about the differences between Versus 13 and 15 with this one, though. And first off, the black-haired woman we saw in 2013 in that trailer and the Dragoon Lady are still in the game. The city party scene, though, has been entirely removed from the game. The biggest change, though, is that the heroine from the original Final Fantasy Versus 13 named Stella, she's no longer in the game. Yep. She has been removed.
So is this part gone too?
It might be.
From what I was reading and the more they explained it sounded like they were getting rid of pretty much everything they showed in that original trailer is like, oh, yeah, everything in that, yeah, forget that. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it's a very different game now, and I'm not sure what was real about this game is the question now.
Right, what have we seen that we're supposed to actually that was just badass, like the whole army following him up the steps and everything like that. Like that was so awesome. They said that they're going to have an invasion scene. Mm-hmm. I mean, do you want to read the rest? I don't want to.
I mean, there are definitely elements even in the newest demo. You can tell it's still a successor to this idea, this concept, with him having the warping with the sword. All that's still there. The crystal is still there. Mm-hmm. They're saying in this active time report that they're still trying to be faithful to Najima's original vision for Versus 13. Sounds like sequels are out. They want to do one complete story. I like that.
Which I'm fine with that.
Good,
that's cool.
Good. Keep it going with that. But they flat out said the story has been changed from Versus 13. So there you go. It's been changed. Go ahead.
Sorry, I mean, how do we feel about them getting rid of the heroine, though?
I don't care personally because a lot of people do. A lot of people are going nuts over this. I don't quite understand it because we literally got like a few lines from her. We saw her in a few scenes. The character model of this new Luna girl is kind of similar to Stella. So, like, what are we losing? Like, we didn't know who Stella was meant to be. So, like, I can't really miss her if I didn't know her. Is how I feel.
I feel like it's a lot of people that are just worried that they're going to lose they have faith in the vision that they saw before.
Yeah.
And now they have to have faith in a brand new one when they already had to scrap the one that they had faith in the first time.
Here's what worries me the most. The scriptwriter has changed. It is now Itamura. We don't know too much about her, actually. Her name is Itamura. Some people thought that she was the writer on Dissidia. That is actually not the case. We don't know much about her anymore. So that's a little concerning because they had like screenwriters and like scenario writers from like 7, 8, 10, mm-hmm. People that we knew. Like we know what they've worked on before. Now we don't know what's going on here.
And that doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
No, not necessarily.
We've been surprised multiple times before. The problem is why get rid of the people with such pedigree for God knows what reason. I mean, even if they said, hey, listen, this is the story we're going with, they can write something else. You don't have to get rid of them.
The demo is great. Like I'm totally on board with like the gameplay they've gone with, and they are updating this on the 9th with version 2.0 of the demo. I'm excited to see what they've added and what they've tweaked. So I'm not like calling off this game. I have slight concerns now. Is all I'm really gonna say. And then lastly, there might be underwater fights in this one. The game will not be at E3 is the other big thing. So
and I don't understand. Like, I mean, I get it in some ways, but like, why not? Especially if you have your own conference, why not just talk about it a little?
I'll talk about that later. Why I think they're removing Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15 from their conference.
It's stupid.
Go ahead, Mike.
Someone named Mike Jones 619 said Drew M8 978 hi.
Hey, Mike Jones, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
I'm so glad that you caught on to that. I feel like half the room in here, actually more than that, I feel like 90% of the room wouldn't know what we're talking about right now.
I don't know. That was pretty popular.
Yeah, but these kids are young.
That's true.
That's true. True story.
And they're not into that music either.
That's true.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right. XCOM 2 was announced for PC, Mac, and Linux. No console release at all.
Not as far as we know right now.
No, well, I don't know if you put that in there, but being developed by Firaxis. Is it Firaxis? Firaxis?
I'm not sure. I think it's Firaxis.
Firaxis.
That's cooler.
Fire Island?
Fartaxis.
That's the one.
Far
That's-
taxes.
That's
the
what it
one.
is. It's fart axis. The fart axis.
Okay.
With a November of 2015 release date, so coming later this year. Some details have been made on the official website. The mobile base is called the Avenger, and it's a converted alien ship. There are 5 classes now. Ranger is the new one. They mentioned Momentum as a new class ability as well. The state of the world affects each combat mission's environment. Use concealment to ambush enemy patrols, loot enemies for precious gear and artifacts. You really don't know anything about XCOM, do you?
No.
Like, I'm reading this, I'm like, this is very basic. Like,
I
This is,
don't know
no,
anything
this is
about
actually
XCOM,
directly
dude.
from NeoGAF. This was compiled
Right.
from the information from the site. This is directly from the site. So
right.
that's all I really have to go off.
You can save fallen soldiers by carrying them to the extraction, which is pretty cool. There are virtually infinite combinations of map missions and goals. The benefit is one of the things that they and also confers head-to-head multiplayer on generated maps. But what's interesting is it's procedurally generated.
Yeah.
So each map is going to be different. So even every time you drop in, it's going to be different than the last. So just because you went one route in an area doesn't mean that I'm going to have the same success because it's going to be a completely different area.
Mm.
Did you ever play XCOM?
No.
All right, I played it for a little bit.
There was PlayStation
Um,
Plus at
It
one
was,
point.
yeah,
Mhm.
and that's where I played it. And it's not that it's too complicated for me. It's complicated to the point where it dropped my. I didn't like it as much.
Yeah.
Like
It looked like
I don't
work.
mind. I like puzzle games, but I like knowing that I'm getting into a puzzle game. And this kind of blended puzzle with action, and it was like kind of like almost an imbalance in my opinion.
Okay.
So I didn't like it
No,
as
that's-
much.
yeah, I can understand.
Now, it is, like I said earlier, only on PC. They said when we looked at what we wanted to do with the sequel, we had all these very, very ambitious goals. The must-have list were high-fidelity characters and environments, better-looking destruction, physically based rendering, and the crown jewel he'd wanted to get into Enemy Unknown, but couldn't procedurally. It was procedurally generated maps. In order to do that, we had to use all of our studio expertise, and our expertise here is PC. That's our home, and that's where we really are comfortable.
Derek said it's far axes.
far axis.
Far axes, as in like chop wood with an axe. Axes.
Why far though?
space,
It's like
axes.
FI.
I don't know. That's what Derek said.
All right.
That
Whatever.
must be a Canadian thing.
Yeah, right. No, Derek's in the XCOM, so
Must be
who
a
knows?
Canadian thing.
Yeah.
eh?
So we good?
Those said you might look extra buff today because you don't have your jacket on. And I was like, oh my god.
It's just that nobody actually sees like my arms ever.
Just because he's a buff.
Yeah, he's
dude.
lonely emaciated.
I'm lonely and emaciated with my jacket on.
Oh,
And
all right.
Yeah.
Let's
You don't
go.
get the joke.
you don't know. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was kind of a
it's kind
thing.
of a thing.
That was kind of a thing in high
Sure
school.
don't.
I was called LEB, which stood for lonely emaciated boy.
Mhm.
That was my nickname.
Would you starve yourself?
People just thought I was very thin.
He was. You were so.
I
thin.
was thin.
You were
I talked
thin.
this before.
God.
I was the same height, but I was like 140 pounds. I was very
Yeah,
thin.
that's pretty thin.
Yeah.
it was nuts.
I mean, I was a
Um,
swimmer, so I was very
right.
lean.
Yeah, yeah,
so.
the swimmer's body.
I had a swimmer's body. Yeah. I was very lean.
Yeah,
I had
you
the body
did.
of a gazelle.
I don't even know. Like,
Where was it from?
sounds like she's from Brooklyn too. She's like, I got the body of a gazelle. The fuck you little dude body.
Oh my god.
That's like the best
I
gazelle
think you
ever.
should continue with some accents tonight. Go ahead, read that story, Kristen. The one at the very top.
Green, top
Oh
one.
my god, that's really big.
It's
It's
really
so
big,
much.
but I think you can do it. I think you can handle it.
Yeah,
Can
you
we,
got
can we
it.
not have this conversation anymore?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you got it.
So who the heck is Tiny Bull? Just tell me who that is.
Tiny Bull is a developer.
Okay.
U-Bowl.
Tiny Bull.
Tiny Bull is a stupid name. You should go for Big Bull, not Tiny Bull.
Yep.
Yeah, she has a
Like,
point.
for real, anything tiny, people are going to be like, oh, it's tiny. But sometimes tiny things are better, but sometimes not.
Maybe it's cute.
Tiny Bull's blind, unfortunately similar.
What is wrong with you? Can you do this? Can you make it through?
Are we streaming right
Laughing at what Dean said.
now?
My mic's not on.
Oh, that's not good. You should put that on.
You should put it on. He's got a point.
Was anyone here when this part fell on top of Bogey's head and I didn't realize it and I glanced down and I was like,
She thought it was a bug.
I thought it was
A
a
bear's
giant-
bug.
Yeah, weren't we,
A
were we
tick.
doing a show when it happened?
yeah.
Yeah, I think I was
So
here.
it was a giant bug.
I wasn't trying to be a dick. I was
No, it
serious.
was like, oh, we were doing the show, right? Yeah, I think I was here.
No, because I didn't know if it happened before we started the show.
It
or
was
if
right in the
during.
beginning.
So what is Tiny Bull doing?
Go ahead, please.
Tiny Bull's blind, unfortunately similar to Perception.
Womp.
Just last week, we talked about the new Kickstarter project for Perception, a game about a blind girl navigating a haunted house using only echolocation. Oh, she's like me. I use sonogram.
Oh, I was just listening
Yeah.
to the podcast about this on my way here, actually.
Well, it turns out Deep End Games wasn't the only developer with this idea. An indie studio called Tiny Bull has been working on a similar concept, and they're not too happy about the similarities. It all started when a Tiny Bull programmer was surfing new Kickstarter projects and came across the one for Perception. He sent me a message saying, "Hey, this game this game looks a bit like our game." And I went, "No, that is our game." It was a bit hard. It was quite a blowout at the time. When I saw the news,
You're so close.
I just read about the game
Go away.
and I didn't look at the team. Then after a while, I checked out the team and I was like, okay, we're really screwed. These guys made BioShock and Dead Space. How can they not do something great with this one? Everyone was going, well, I guess we can go home now. It's been a nice year and a half. We had fun. We learned a lot of things. And a week later, the studio has been able to calm down and is pushing through to the end, considering they're already over a year into the development.
So they're definitely disappointed.
Yeah, that's gonna really screw them a little bit.
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah, it does suck.
That
It happens,
blows.
you know. How are you supposed to know?
Stronger,
Shutter Island.
better, faster.
Inception.
Exactly. You
It's
never
It's like
know.
when it's like you see a commercial and you're like, I swear to God, I invented this. Like you thought you had an idea for something,
Trust me,
and
we
then-
know.
and you know what I'm talking about. Your film.
We 100
Yeah. That happens a
fucking
lot.
percent
dude.
no.
That happens a lot.
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
guarantee we're not. I mean, it happens constantly. I'm gonna imagine.
No idea is entirely original. You just gotta
No.
hope that
Right.
somebody
Dude,
else.
I'm not even shitting you when I say I walked out of Shutter Island and I called Drew up and I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way. And he had already seen it. He knew exactly what I was
Yeah.
talking about.
Pep Bogey.
We were okay with that one because it was based off a book. So it's like, all right, we were late to the game. on this
Right.
one.
Right.
Give Daddy kiss.
Yeah, that's right.
Wrong, Daddy.
That's right.
Okay, he's coming back to me now. He's coming back to me.
Hey,
now.
Bo.
Bogey, give Daddy a kiss. Oh, give your daddy a kiss.
He's mine.
Oh, he
Give me
wants to
a kiss.
kiss you.
Where am I?
Aw.
Yeah.
Boogie, give me a kiss.
Daddy.
Thank you.
Oh, what a
Thank
good
you. He's just a
boy.
loving
It's okay.
He's
Okay,
just a
come here.
loving dog.
Come here. It's okay. It's
You,
all right.
you,
I got
you
you.
created a monster. Now he's
I
gonna
got-
want attention
I
the
got
entire
you.
night. All right.
All right. Wait,
Where were
commercial
we?
break.
We were.
Commercial break.
Commercial break because I don't think we have time for another Skype call right now. Let's save that for a little later on, guys. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Yeah. This is an interesting show.
We're way behind.
Because I'm here.
No. I mean,
We're not-
yes, we
Actually,
like when
not-
you're here.
not far
I usually don't have this
Bud
much
says
energy.
Mike is still the alpha male after his slap bet.
behind. Maybe. Try fixing that comment thing in the
Ah! Oh God! I slept on the couch last night, and for some reason my butt
What
is
the hell,
really sore
Danielle?
today.
That's so. That's such a lame thing to say.
What? I miss it. I'm not
Anyway, what were you
really
saying?
that.
I slept on the couch last night, all night. I don't know
And
why,
you
but
have
my
any kick
butt's
in your
really my butt.
Oh, really?
My butt's
Anytime
really
I do
sore.
it, always like right here for me. We're back, by the way.
Yeah, I
Like
think we
my
should,
butt is like really tense today.
We
You
haven't
want
done our
Kristen to
intro in
do
a
the,
while.
intro?
Yeah, I think we haven't done our intro in a while.
Does anyone else get a tense butt from sleeping on the couch? Not really.
Only
not the butt.
all
no.
the time.
Welcome back, viewers.
Andrew loves the couch. This is the Level Up Show! A gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like what we're doing at any point and would like to support us, don't forget to follow the show. Click that follow button at twitch.tv/levelupshow. Or if you're watching live from PlayStation, it's as simple as clicking the heart button at the bottom of the screen. Your name will pop up on the TV and we will, of course, shout you out. You can also follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, or subscribe to our YouTube where you can find archived episodes, but also original off-show content. And most importantly, the best way to support the network is on our Patreon at patreon.com/levelupnetwork. Donate at that page and receive all kinds of awards, such as monthly XP gifts.
Forget that last part.
But don't, because we
Go to
want,
Extra Life
we
instead.
want you to donate to Extra Life.
Yeah, Extra Life, guys. And on the banner right there. Go to extralife.org.
Are you Greg?
/participant/level up network.
Greg.
It is a charity for Children's Miracle Network hospitals around the United States. We've already raised $345 thanks to you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. So go to that link, hit the support me button, donate if you have the means. We're going to be doing this over the next 5 or so months. And if you want to join our team and help us raise money for a hospital of your choice, go to extralife.org/team/levelupnetwork. And finally, Pustul's Gap. one of our mods, is going to be giving away PSN cards on game day, November 7th, to people who donate $20 or more to our Extra Life. So make sure that you do that. You'll be put on that list for the future. What?
Do you want to do something or no?
No, I think we have to move on to the third. No, actually, trailer of the week.
Are we doing trailer?
Yeah, let's do trailer of the week first.
Okay.
And it's a movie trailer, but I think it looks awesome, so I want to show it off.
Yep.
It looks like good fun. And it kind of
It's
goes
gonna
off
be
of what we were talking about earlier with Edge of
Rowdy
Tomorrow
good time,
and Tom Cruise being an awesome action hero,
if nothing else.
if nothing else.
Can't believe he did that freaking plane stunt though.
Believe it.
Wrong way.
No, I went the right way that
No,
time.
you didn't.
I did. 100%.
You have to get through 12 feet of concrete and 70,000 gallons of pressurized water without any metal.
No oxygen tanks.
Benji, stand by to receive.
Ethan, you ready?
Important point. If you haven't opened that hatch after 2.5 minutes, we're both dead.
No, no, no.
Ethan, do you copy? Ethan, abort! Abort now! Whoa. Are you okay to drive? I mean, a minute ago you were dead.
What are you talking about?
This is not going to end well.
Mr. Chairman, the time has come to dissolve the IMF. It's not just a rogue organization. It is a disgraced one.
Shutting down the IMF is a mistake you may regret.
Tom Cruise is the closest thing to a real freaking superhero this world has ever seen.
This is Brad.
Says Dave, not me. But he is good. I agree, Dave.
And they know who we are.
A
Rogue Nation, trained to do what we
Yeah,
do.
he's a good-looking man.
He is a good looking man. I'll give him that. Sure, they're
Coming
going
after us with everything they've
He's only like
got.
5'5".
Five, brown.
You want to bring down the syndicate? It's impossible.
Take your position.
I have eyes.
I usually think this girl's like a femme fatale or whatever, but man, are they showing off her body so much in these trailers.
of mayhem you are responsible for.
I think Southern Peg is one of the best.
Now
in
we're
there.
all wanted by the CIA. Awesome.
Keep your seatbelt on and you must be down now!
Oh, they're backwards.
This may be our last mission.
This legitimately made me like get butterflies in my stomach.
Come on. Yeah, I'm trying.
But the acting for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually did.
Did you ever see the? Did you ever see like behind the scenes?
I don't know.
I
about
remember when
that.
they were still filming it, and I saw like someone posted it online, him doing the stunt and like getting set up and everything for it. Like,
He is like a part of like the Stunt Actors Guild or whatever. Like he
Right.
does a lot of his own stunts.
That's
he
pretty
he
cool.
is pretty cool for that.
I love this woman! Wasn't he known for that?
Yes, unfortunately.
Wait,
Yeah, when he's
I thought you were
jumping
doing
up on
like The Office there.
Oh,
Steve
no.
Carell from The Office does that.
No, didn't he do it?
No, he did that. He did that in
He stood
Oprah.
up
You
on
don't
a-
remember
Yeah,
that?
he
Did he
jumps
say
up
that
on the
exactly?
couch.
though? I know he gets up on the
Yeah,
couch
and
and,
he, like,
he's like
shakes
something like that,
yeah, and then the electrical like Sith powers come out and like
Yeah, God, I forgot about
Oprah.
that.
Yeah, I
He did
remember.
that,
Yeah.
though, right?
Yeah, he
No,
did.
he definitely did that. Yeah,
Maybe The Office got it from him.
maybe.
That's probably
that
where
could
it's
be
from.
it. Yeah.
Good job, Drew. You're pretty on top of this pop culture stuff.
Yeah. At least I knew about the
Crestful
electrical.
Scab says, I love lamb.
I love lamp.
No, that's not, that wasn't him.
That's different.
That was a different guy.
Let's thank some follows here. Thank you so much to Rose City, Matt Kirstensen, 32, Evan 719, AJ Rich, Zora Day, Danny Dirts, Fish in a Bag, OG Mgons, Mike Jones,
Mike
Mike
Jones.
Mike Jones. Runzing 1223, Corona the Wolf Ye, Team Kev is Justice Bruh, Nabre 123,
Justice, bruh.
Killer Player, Scorpion 300, Best Redneck, Infamous Jet, Fearless, Mortal Spartan, Diablo 666, and a few more. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. Keep them coming. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation like that person just did
He's
right
not
now.
still married to, what was her name, Katie?
Thank you, Super Saiyan, for the
No,
follow.
they're apart now.
So he
Katie
loved
Holmes, yeah,
her,
Katie
like,
Holmes.
like so much and they got divorced. Ugh.
Supposedly, she
No,
thought he was
good.
just
They're-
flat out nuts.
Seriously, watch the Scientology documentary. It's awesome.
What, is she in it?
Is it on Netflix or something?
It's an HBO one.
Okay.
It's literally one of the most interesting things because like you find out stuff about that you're like, wow.
About her or about the religion?
Well, Tom Cruise a lot.
I don't really like to talk about religion on the show because you never know who we're offending. So.
It's
I mean-
is this on demand?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go.
make sure you do it. It's
Yeah,
the most,
I'd watch it.
eye-opening thing. I've watched.
Over 150 people in the room. Thank you for joining. Let's get to 200, guys. Share the show. Just try and get some people in here. Go on Twitter. Tweet out twitch.tv/theLevelUpShow. And what's wrong? Did I say something?
Nah, you just made me think of that part in Lord of the Rings where it's like share the load.
Potatoes. That reminds me of the meme "Mo Naked Hose." You ever see that?
No, I never seen that.
They mute it, and then at the bottom, instead of saying potatoes, it just says "Mo Naked Hose," and it matches perfectly with his lips. Mo Naked Hose instead of potatoes.
When you
It's
do
good.
that, you make me think of what's it called? What's the freaking movie? Wedding Crashers. I'll make you
Yeah.
announcing like he's like
Can't say that too loud.
Yeah, that's why I said it loud, but I like stressing every
Thank you for another
single-
follow from Breaker Knights. Okay, let's move on.
Dude,
Segment 3 of the Level Up
amazing.
update. I
I'm
should
gonna
say.
watch it.
Next up,
I gotta see it.
More Final Fantasy
Going
15 actually.
Going clear.
Because we actually got, I was talking about this a little bit earlier, but we got the new trailer for episode Duske 2.0. Turn down the volume a little bit.
Dude, that's how you pronounce. I never knew how to pronounce that shit.
Episode Duske.
Duske.
So here's what we're going to get in episode Duske 2.0 coming out on the 9th, guys. Abilities seem to cost less XP now, or MP I should say. Tempest used to cost 55, now it costs 20. I'm very confused by that because we all thought the demo was too easy.
Right. I mean, look at you. You did it. You beat it at what, level 9?
Yeah, something like that. And then
beat
I
the
leveled up
Behemoth?
way higher to do the Behemoth, but still, Japan thought it was too difficult, so maybe they're catering to them. 'Cause, they're all mobile centric now, so I guess they can't handle these difficult games anymore. Dodge now costs 5 MP. You can fight the Caterpillar. You saw that at the beginning of the trailer. The huge dinosaur. It's not just standing around anymore. You can actually fight that thing, which is awesome. You can warp to the top of rocks. You saw. There's a new aerial attack where you jump up and you come down hard on the enemies, stabbing them through. There's a team attack, which you can see here. You have to go into this center bubble, and everybody just comes together. Real cool, just attacking this. I can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head, but they all come together in this cool team attack, which is pretty cool. If you want to just guard and just moving around dodging enemies, it doesn't cost MP anymore, which I think is not good. They need to add that back. That's way too easy. If I can just hold down L1 and just keep dodging,
Right. There's no reason.
no, that's too easy. They're going too crazy. Stop listening to Japan. They're
They're
too.
apparently becoming pansified.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. No, Japan.
Pansified.
They're gonna need to have an easy mode and a hard mode in
Quote
this
it.
game for Japan and America or something like that.
Fox quote. This game has been pansified.
But yeah, they're adding a whole bunch of new attacks, MP attacks, charge up attacks. So that's pretty cool. It sounds like this is going to be cool. That looked like it might have been an underwater scene there too. We were talking about that earlier.
Right, and they might add the underwater fight.
Underwater battles.
I don't know. That would be interesting.
And taking selfies. Can't forget that. Want to take
Of course,
selfie?
There's no reason not.
Yeah,
to.
why not? Let's take some selfies. Sounds pretty cool.
But first, let me take a selfie.
Yeah, they're really trying to get that
Wait,
bro.
Hold up,
relationship
Behemoth.
going.
Let me take a selfie with you real
But
quick.
first,
Don't
let me
swipe.
take a
Don't
selfie.
hold up. I'm almost done.
Yeah.
All right. Also, in really cool news, though, the FCC has shown a filing for the new PS4 model revealed a possible 1 terabyte system. In the certification documents spotted on the Federal Communications Commission site, the PS4 will be getting 2 new models numbered some crap sometime in the near future. These numbers represent variations to the current model. The main differences being the hard drive size, 1215 byte, which will be a
That's
1
actually the model
terabyte-
number.
yeah.
1215B is the model number.
1215B, which will contain a 1 terabyte hard drive. Okay, well, that makes sense, according to the FCC filing. However, there are a few other noticeable changes related to the internal hardware, including the power source. Wattage has been lowered from 250 to 230, with the amperage lowering as well, and this might represent a revision to the processor, potentially now lower in nanometers. And lastly, there's been a reduction in weight from 2.8 to 2.5, and considering the dimensions of the console, probably remained identical. I'm not really sure what's going to account for the weight differences because it's such a small change in weight. It's not like a huge thing.
Yeah,
I would
some
have
people
to-
were theorizing that it would be removal of the Blu-ray disc drive, but that's too heavy. That
No,
wouldn't-
there wouldn't be that. It would.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a possibly smaller casing.
Maybe.
I would say just less plastic to it.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think they would remove the Blu-ray drive.
No, I don't
they
think
would
so
not.
either.
Not in the way that they're doing it now.
No.
They might later on.
It
I
could
can actually
also
see that happening in like 2 years.
It could also be the hard drive itself that's later, especially if they're using it.
They could use a solid state.
A solid. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
or a
that's what I'm
hybrid.
saying.
That
Maybe.
actually could account for it.
Because
right
I
there.
use I have a hybrid, and it's actually when I was changing, you can feel the weight difference.
Right, and it's a bigger one.
I
right?
mean, I think it's probably just going to be
yeah.
a flimsier made console, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be less plastic. It's just going to be thinner plastic. It's just going to be lighter as a result and kind of a little cheaper and flimsier.
This is
You're
one.
cheaper.
They want to lower production costs.
Yeah, this is one situation where like I'm not really anxious for like the slim like I'm very happy with my launch PS4. I don't need a slimmer anything. I think it's perfect. Like I am totally cool with owning my launch PS4 for the entire duration of the generation.
Yeah, unless something really drastic happens, I agree with you. It's not doesn't seem like it has any malfunction rate that should be concerning. So that would be the only thing that would really push me to get another one is if it were to break down or have issues with the Blu-ray drive or something.
Yeah.
You know, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen so far. You're knock on wood. So.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about that. That's not that's particle.
Yeah,
it counts.
True. Particle wood counts.
This next story is awesome to me. This is probably one of my favorite things that happened at E3.
Cool.
I have it actually.
go
I
ahead,
didn't want to take your paper from you. Just trying to do you a favor. Aisha Tyler returns as the host of. Do you guys say Ubisoft or Ubisoft?
It's
Ubisoft.
It's Ubisoft.
It is Ubisoft.
That's what I said, but then I hear them say.
Someone said
on
Ubisoft.
E3, I hear them say Ubisoft now and then.
It's Ubisoft.
It's Ubisoft. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Aisha Tyler returns as the host of Ubisoft E3 conference.
Woo!
This will be Aisha Tyler's third year hosting the conference. She's become a fan favorite with gamers over the past 3 years. I personally love her.
I love it. She's basically the Kevin Butler of the gaming.
She's
conferences
real too. Like she plays the
100%.
games.
She's a gamer. She's really doing,
which is
even in
cool.
Archer things. She's awesome.
Ubisoft has also announced 3 games in its upcoming lineup that will be playable on the E3 show floor, including Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Tom Clancy's The Division, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Awesome.
Quotes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is that's a nice little lineup they got.
Division, get to play it finally.
Yeah, seriously. E3 is always a very special moment for the entire gaming community because we all come together to share our visions for the future of entertainment and reveal the games into which we've been pouring our energy and passion. End quote. Ubisoft CEO, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name.
Yves Guillemot, right?
Yves Guillemot said, quote, the players' excitement and feedback when they first experience what we're developing is what motivates us the most. That's a nice lineup of games they have coming out.
No, they do.
Yeah.
They have a very good setup for this year.
Yeah.
And that's actually what's made my predictions very hard, is that I was actually going to rely more on the game developers and everything for a lot of predictions. And I'm like, I already know everything EA is going to do, and I already know, or I feel like I do, and I already feel like I know everything Ubisoft is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like
I have
now
some
know...
that I can almost guarantee we're all going to hit on, but that's fine since we kind of have to catch up on time anyway.
Yeah. Right.
So whatever.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Hey, Rob, Mike, thanks for the follow, man. Keep those coming, guys. Hit that heart button.
People want to know if I'm allowed to talk.
Yeah, of course you are. Go
Yeah,
ahead. talk.
whenever she wants.
When are you not allowed to talk?
Apparently you're sexist people. Yeah.
That's
Oh, no.
pretty rude.
Because you're chatting in a chat room with them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know.
What lame asses.
Do you have anything you want to say, Kristen?
No.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
I was
Get
talking.
off our backs!
I
Why
had
don't
to stop
you?
talking so we could read stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah. We're going to take a Skype call now anyway, so.
Beautiful.
Skype it up! Guys, call in on Skype at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no
We
spaces.
only talked to one person tonight. We only talked to Ed Minikin, who has awesome calls every time he calls in.
Thank you, Exo Blur, for another follow. Yeah, and Minikin's call was great. He always has real great questions.
How much time are we on?
Questions that we're not too far behind, actually.
No. I was going to say, I was like, it's only 11:30.
Yeah, it's 11:30, and
We only have one more segment of news, and then we have topic, and then we have Wild Game.
We're okay. We're okay. And we started like 15 minutes late, so we're doing okay.
I'm probably going to go upstairs at midnight.
Okay.
FYI.
Okay, no problem.
Do you
Nope, Bradley's
turn
calling.
back into a maid at midnight and your pumpkin carriage?
Do you
goes
still have
by?
like early shifts at work?
You
So
do?
you converts from cat to human again.
Yes.
You do?
Sucks.
How's
I
your new
thought
job
they were
going?
gonna change that.
What do you mean early shifts? It's alright.
Yeah.
It's alright. I like getting home at like a decent hour.
Right.
I'll take this call from
But
Brad.
it's like really busy when I'm there.
Bradley, welcome to the show, man.
Hey.
Hey, Bradley, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are
That
you?
was really freaking
Are you
creepy.
Gollum?
Oh, real quick. Sorry to interrupt your call, Brad. Mad Skills 114 says, sweaty nerds. I guess you missed the part of our show tonight where we talked about stereotypers. So thank you for making our point.
I am sweaty, though. I'll be honest with
Are you really?
That Game of Thrones episode tonight.
Oh, I'm sweating.
I hear that, man.
I was like, during that scene, I was like, I felt it. I was like, oh my God, I'm
Yeah,
sweating right
that
now.
was tense.
That was tense. All right, Brad, go ahead, man. What's up?
Use your words.
You can do this, Brad. Harness the
I
mustache.
can't use words. I'm stupid. Right, I have a question. Yeah. Oh, thank you. My 80s porn mustache.
At least he admits it, right?
I love it, dude. I'm not knocking on it. I wanted to be
Go
clear
ahead,
about
Brad.
that.
What was your question,
I
man? Go
love it.
ahead.
I had a question, but then I forgot. Wait.
Yeah, that was my bad. Sorry, dude.
Bongs.
Make a new one up, Brad. Make it up.
You got 10 seconds.
You want to call back
10
when
seconds.
you think of
10
it?
seconds. Okay.
10 seconds.
It's really hard.
Well,
what was that?
I don't know.
Okay, you lose.
It's over,
You
Brad.
lose, man. You're gonna have to try again later.
Wait,
Level up?
yeah, I'll call again later, sorry. So I had it in my head, man. I'm sorry.
Level up, man. Epic fail there. I have to say that was an epic fail. But Brad, call back again later, man, when you figure out your question. The lines will open back up again. We'll try. Let's wait for another call. We'll give another minute or so. Lines are open, guys. Call in at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. No spaces. And I think we're at 6100, aren't we? It looks like 6100 up there.
6103 actually.
Nice. Let's give some XP to the chat room. I love doing that. Here we go, guys. 300 XP to you guys for following us tonight, getting us to our 6100 follow goal. 300, and we'll raise the follow goal.
3,000.
300. 300. I did that right. Okay. Just
Just
making sure.
wanted to mess with you.
All right. So let's go in the settings here. We'll add. We'll make it a higher follow goal and see if we can hit that one as well. Total follower count. Let's go with 6125. Let's see if we can get to 6125. There you go, guys. So we'll give out another 300 XP to the chat room if we can get to 6125. Waiting for a call? Call in on Skype at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. No spaces. What's up?
I saw.
Oh, cool.
No, John Lewis. He's moving to Seattle.
Oh, never mind.
Why is everyone moving to Seattle?
He is too?
Yeah, he just put
Get out of here.
the same week.
I know, kid.
That's weird. Thank you for another follow from Ek14. Gonna give another 30 seconds. If we don't get a call, we're gonna have to move on. We don't want to fall too far behind tonight. Call in on Skype, guys, at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly
You're all
how it
being
sounds,
so
no
quiet,
spaces.
and I don't like it.
Yeah. Also, Luis Guerrero for a follow, Crazy Guy, Exoblur, Arab Mike, and Breaker Knight, and many, many more. Texas Commando just came in as well. Thank you for all those follows. We got 174 people in the room, getting close to that 200 viewer mark. Share the show, guys. Share
Pretty
the
Boy
show.
Leak. Pretty Boy Leak, call in, dude. Says, can I ask you guys a question? Call us. We're waiting for a call right now.
Definitely. Mad Skills, another follow there. Thank you for the follow, man.
What?
Not seeing it.
He posted it on the Bumpy Hush's comment. there.
Comment feed.
Oh.
Another follow. Jeez, all these follows coming in. Wolverine, thank you for the follow.
The Wolverine.
We would enjoy if somebody called, though. That'd be awesome.
Wolverine's a solid name, man.
Call.
Snagged a good
Wolverine, one of my favorite superheroes.
Snicked.
Right there with Batman.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, Batman and
Same
Wolverine
level?
have always been my favorite.
You know what? I had a really strong connection to Wolverine when I was a kid.
Brad's calling back. Do we give him another chance?
Yeah, why not?
And Les United, thank you for follow. And Brad's calling in, and Derek's calling in. We're gonna try
So
Brad.
weird.
We'll give him a second chance.
I know.
Bradley,
I
can you
found
do it?
one. I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
What would be the biggest game that you're looking forward to for the entire year?
This year starting now, or
Yes.
2015 in general?
Now. Well, no, in general.
In general.
Like, what is our most anticipated game that is possibly coming out or could be coming out?
Yes.
Okay. Last Guardian.
Metal Gear Solid 5 is the obvious answer. Like, that is 100% coming out in September, and I couldn't be more stoked
This
for
is
that game.
2015 or
No,
something?
at all. That we know of coming for the future.
No upcoming for the future.
Just in general?
I'm surprised
In general.
15 isn't on there for you.
That's the thing. Is
I don't know.
Well, are we talking
Or are
about
you
in the
scared
next
enough?
year, or are we talking about
No, forever, that we know is coming out.
my most anticipated game of the entire generation
The whole
is
generation?
a tie between 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3.
I can't
Okay.
say for the whole
Yeah.
generation.
I would say
So much we don't know about.
probably, well, that we know about now. I would say for me it's going to be Kingdom Hearts 3 and The Division. The
Why?
Division
The Division.
because the Division could actually, if they do it right,
Yeah.
could be a complete change to how certain games are approached.
Okay.
All right, and like we have no good MMOs yet on the console. I know Elder Scrolls is coming out, but it already had its issues and everything
Yeah.
like that. Plus, this is a brand new take on doing it. Destiny wanted to fill that hole, those shoes.
That hole?
They
Yeah.
kind of messed that up a little bit. Shut
Does it
up.
fill that hole? Yeah.
I wanted to fix it, but they kind of messed that up.
Yeah.
So the Division could actually do what Bungie promised us, And what they promised.
People
us.
agree. The
And then
Division can't
Kingdom
wait.
Hearts.
Yep,
Kingdom Hearts
definitely.
is really going to be.
Before Dean, Kristen, what's your most anticipated game of the generation?
Your answer, Dean.
That's all right. We'll get there.
Because I want to see what you say.
What do you mean?
Mario Maker?
Of all the games you know coming, of anything that you know about, what is the game that you actually looking forward to?
The one with Hayden Panettiere.
Until Dawn.
Oh, that's actually not a bad one.
Yep.
Very good answer.
That'd be
I agree with
fun.
that. I think
can't
that'll
wait
be a
to
good
see
game for her.
everybody stream that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Good answer. How about you, Dean?
I mean that I know about right now. Yeah, right now, Batman.
Batman, yeah.
But Uncharted 4 is up there.
What about Gorilla's dinosaur game?
Project Horizon.
Yeah, it looks cool, but it's nowhere. I've been like clamoring for Batman.
And we don't know enough about Project Horizon.
Uncharted
right?
too. Like Uncharted, I probably don't let on enough, but like Uncharted's like one of my favorite franchises actually.
Okay, cool.
I'm really excited for Uncharted 4. So one of those two.
I can understand that for sure. Uncharted 4 is at the top of my list. I don't know if it's number one, but I'm so
yeah,
stoked.
I'm in the same boat. I'm very excited.
How about you, Brad? Most anticipated game of the entire generation?
Entire generation, I would say probably Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4.
That's a good answer.
I think it's a good answer because we know Uncharted 4. We've seen it. We've seen the gameplay, and we know
we
Naughty
know
Dog's
it, and
pedigree.
at the same time, it looks like Uncharted, but it looks like a whole new.
It's the evolution.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely an evolution, and they're taking some of that Tomb Raider vibes and bringing it back in.
Yeah.
Everything's coming full circle. Tomb Raider feeds off of Uncharted. Uncharted feeds off of Tomb Raider. It's good.
Someone NJ Gamer asked, "What about No Man's Sky?" I mean, it looks great. Don't get me wrong, and I'm very eager to play it. I don't think it's going to be the holy shit of the generation.
The ambition of No Man's Sky is almost unrivaled in a way, but I think it's one of those games where until I have my hands on it, it could be so addictive and one of the best things I've played in a long time. Or honestly, there's a chance I could hate it. There is. There's
a very
definitely a chance I could hate that
I'm
game.
going to actually bet that you are going to like it.
We will find out. I will definitely be getting it for sure. I really am looking forward to getting it and playing it.
That's a good question.
That was good.
Yeah,
you
that's a good question, Brad.
redeemed yourself, Brad.
You did.
Yeah.
See what happens when you use your words?
I know.
From now on, write down your question before you call it.
I will. I will
All
write
right.
down my questions.
All right, level up, Brad.
All right. Level up, guys.
Level up.
All right, there we go. Oh, you just like fell. Like
Best way to end the call.
Oh,
Done.
man. All right. I think let's move on. Well, let's thank some follows. We're getting a lot of follows today. Thank you so much, guys.
So many. Oh, we hit 200.
Oh, and we got a donation too.
Hey now.
We hit 200. 200. Okay.
Shit.
Let's go to Extra Life. We got a donation,
I'm
guys.
really scared about what you did.
I liked it.
All
I
right.
think.
We're not going to even discuss what I just did. I know where you're going with this.
I'm really scared by that.
All right. Thank you to this $25 Extra Life donation. Who was it? It was somebody I don't know, actually. It's Abid S. I'm not going to say your last name, just in case. Abid S. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much for your $25 donation.
That's really nice.
That brings us
awesome.
up to $370.
Awesome. That's great. And we honestly really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you haven't yet, please check out the Extra Life thing. It all goes towards Children's Miracle Network. And most importantly for us, it goes towards Shop in particular. And it's all to help, basically sick, dying kids. And realistically, it's a way to share fun of games.
Share
with
the
them.
load.
Share the load.
Seriously though, it actually is. I mean, these kids are just sitting there doing nothing, and it's a great way to get them involved and having fun and remembering what it's like to be a kid again. So everything that you donate, and I don't know if he even knew, Pus-Filled Scab is doing his own type of giveaway to you guys. Anybody that donates over $20 will be in a raffle.
So you're in it, man.
For a $20 PSN gift card or
Yeah.
PSN card.
Yep, definitely.
Right. So
yeah, definitely. And that has been our goal so far. Is we'd like to get just one donation a week. But this week, you guys have been amazing. We've totaled $80 this week already. Thank you
and
so
he
much,
says
guys.
it's pronounced Abid.
Abid.
That's awesome.
Almost
And
like
as
a community.
And as Puss said, none of the money goes towards diseases. It goes towards curing diseases.
Yeah, Greg kind of messed that up a little bit.
Guys, come on. This money goes towards diseases.
Oh, it was Aptis. Was it
yeah,
Aptis?
that's this.
Thank you. He's a subscriber too.
Abid, it's pronounced.
Oh, it's okay.
He's
I
our
remember
newest
him.
subscriber, I think. Yep,
Yeah.
he is. It says it right there. Newest subscriber, Aptis. Thank you so much, man. You've been a really great supporter of our show in the past month alone. So
Yeah.
really
That's awesome,
appreciate
man.
that, man. Thank you so much. Keep it coming, guys. Let's keep
Awesome.
that ball rolling for Extra Life. We're
So
gonna
we're
hit that $5,000
We're
goal
almost
this
at
year.
$400 in June.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Can you imagine what's going to happen when we can do the 24
That's really
hour?
good,
It's
dude.
going to be great. I'm very excited.
Steel Warrior, thank you for the follow. Also, the Texas Commando. Nismore, and many more. I think before we move on to the next level update segment, though, I think we've got to tackle something here. We got a surprise. We got a big surprise going here.
What's
Sure
that?
do.
Is it for me?
It's for you, Kristen. No.
What is it?
You? We got you a tail.
Well, first,
Yeah.
I think we need to preface this by talking a little bit about something terrible that happened recently to you, Mike. What happened to you, Mike? Tell everybody. It's okay.
Go ahead.
This is a safe place.
We're here for you.
This
Yeah.
is very awkward.
Yeah, it's
We're
okay.
here for you.
What happened?
That's even more
Why
awkward.
don't you just say it? He doesn't.
No, I'd like Mike to explain.
No, I mean, I'm guessing you're talking about getting robbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my house got broken into and they just stole a bunch of shit.
A lot.
They stole all of his
bunch of shit.
A
electronics.
lot. Be honest. They
Yeah.
stole a
They
lot.
stole
stole
a
like
lot.
everything cool.
Yeah.
Pretty much all your games, your PS4, your PS3, your Xbox One, a lot, right?
Watch, yeah, jewelry, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
MacBook charger for some reason.
God, oh my god, I'm so pissed about that.
That's annoying.
So
Right.
immediately, right after this happened, you didn't know this, but one of our best members of our show spearheaded a campaign, Phil Scab, John, spearheaded a campaign to try and get you at least a PS4. And you might have an idea what happened, but somebody stepped up tremendously out of nowhere and just like we were just like, what?
Is that what that was for?
So I have something to give you. First off, let's start with this. This is due to Jason Westfire, who donated $399.99 just to get you another PS4. And we've already ordered it. It's coming to my house, but we're going to give it to you. An Arkham Knight PS4. So you're getting the Arkham Knight PS4 thanks to Jason Westfire.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
That's really awesome.
Oh, but wait.
Thank you.
Wait.
We're not done yet.
There's more. There's more. There's more.
It's the second week we were able to use that quote.
It wasn't just
Right?
it wasn't just Jason Westfire. We have a whole list of people that donated. All right, here, so let me take this out. We had Jason, who, by the way, wrote this note. Hey, Mike, Puss told me about what happened, and I'm terribly sorry. I know I am not nearly as active in the chat as I used to be because of stupid trolls. I am almost always watching you guys and still think you guys are great. Here is to your new PS4. That was the $399.99. We also had Dustin, Amanda, Tyler, Greg, of course, Kristen and I, Dean, Jen also contributed. We had Dan Henry. We had Puss. We had Danielle, your friend Danielle, donated. We had Derek. We had Callie, Puck, Mark, a.k.a. The Beanie, Tempest, and all this totaled $445 towards whatever else that you would like to get that you are missing out on. Oh, but wait.
There's
more.
more.
There's more. Check your phone right now. Check some messages that you might have gotten just now.
Oh.
Have you gotten them yet?
Yes, I did.
Rick, aka GFN, is giving you $160 in PSN cards.
And
Oh, but wait!
There's more.
There's more!
Jesus.
There's more! Dean, what do you have?
Let me dig in my old Santa bag over here for you, Mike. See what I got going on. Try not to spill my stuff on the floor.
it's like Christmas.
There you go. Happy birthday, man.
And also, let's not forget that your birthday is this coming
Yeah.
week here. You bought certain physical games. One of those, I think, is Destiny, correct?
Yes.
So, a game that I think you don't want to miss out on. So, Dean was kind enough to make sure that you don't have to worry about that on your PS4. But wait, there's more.
There's more coming.
This is it, though, right?
Greg is
I
planning
think so.
on also
Oh.
getting you one of your games. He's not sure what yet. He's been looking at your physical games. He will let you know. He's buying you one of your games as well. Okay? Oh, but wait, there's more.
Is this
Kristen,
it?
go ahead.
Last but not least, the $2 I owed you for the milk.
This is all I needed. This is what broke the bank. Guys,
Let's remember here, Puss really spearheaded this thing.
Yeah, he did.
He really pushed and got a lot of people, and he came to me and he was like, let's reach out to people, and me and him together then started this thing. But it was really Puss more than anybody that really started the whole thing going and really got the ball rolling. And then we had no idea that Jason was going to do what he did. Jason, man.
Yeah,
that's just
that was insane.
Unbelievable, Jason.
I mean, everybody in general, and not to give, I mean, equally, guys, that really does mean a lot to me. I know I'm not saying a lot.
Well, yeah. What do you say to that? Yeah.
Well, it's not even that. I
take
mean,
it.
I'm not. I talk too much, but in cases like this, I don't ask for help a lot or anything like that, and I don't do like handouts or anything. And this is probably the nicest thing that anybody's ever done for me. So, thank you guys.
Level Up family to you.
A lot.
Not just us, but the entire Level Up family, including you guys, the community. Thank you so much for what you guys did for Mike here. He deserves it. He's been hit hard a few times now by stuff like this, and so he definitely deserved.
Now he can get
a
everything
break.
back.
He can get pretty much
big giant
most of your stuff
e-hug to every single one of
I
you
did
guys.
forget.
Thank
Just
you so much.
another note was Callie, when he donated, he said, "May he find comfort in his new PS4 Level Up."
That's awesome.
So.
Guys, thank you so much. I love you guys a lot.
Everyone loves you too. All the chats just have been saying they love you.
It's been crazy.
Just tons of good stuff.
Yeah, and this all happened in a week, by the way. This was all able to get done in a week.
We were coming together.
Is this why the other day you randomly asked me if I canceled my pre-orders?
Yes.
Yes.
That was
Been trying to figure out what was going on there.
We've been trying to like manipulate you into like answering our questions so we could like sort things out without.
We were actually going to wait until we actually had the PS4, like after the 23rd, but then you were like, "Oh well, for my birthday, I'm going to just."
I was actually going to go to the store and buy one.
Then they were
tomorrow.
like, "Damn it, Mike!
I was
now we
actually
got to
gonna
go
buy one
ahead."
tomorrow.
And
You were gonna go buy one
jump the
tomorrow?
gun
I was
here.
going to go buy one tomorrow.
then this was
I
perfect
really
timing.
was.
I think Danielle might be calling you, or just messaging you. But that's to you, man. From the entire Level Up family. Thank you so much to everybody that contributed. In
Thank
that.
you all.
Yes, thank you.
I
Big
think
giant-
I'm pretty
We
sure
should
I
give
named
them
everybody.
a round of applause.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope that I got
awesome.
everybody. I'm sorry if I missed somebody. I tried to write it all down and get it right. Oh, but wait, there's more. No, there's not. That's it.
I think my milk money was the best.
Yeah, I think so. Too.
I didn't know about that.
You know
but
what's
that was
funny is I was like, if Kristen gives me $2 for milk money, I said this the other day myself. I was like, if I come to this on Sunday and she gives me money for the milk, I'm just gonna give it. Like I don't know. It was just really funny. But that
I
was,
told
that
you,
was definitely a very good way to.
I write messages in my phone so I don't forget to give people anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot. We went to the.
And we'll be back
store
from
quick.
vacation,
Oh,
by the
well,
way.
Can you give me $2? Can you give me $2 for milk? I'll pay you back. I promise. Like it's milk. I got this.
We'll be back from vacation too, by the way. So the moment that PS4 comes, we'll get it to you. Just it was just more convenient to have it come here.
Oh, you mean I have to wait for? No, dude.
Yeah.
And
No,
all of this, no
you'll
matter
be
what,
here.
you could have told, huh?
You'll be here though, right? At the
Well,
house?
you guys will be home before it comes
Like-
in.
Oh, okay.
And just so we're clear, I am the one who said we should get the Batman one. You're welcome.
Wait, we have one more thing.
It just kind of
coming
worked
in.
out. Like,
You know what's really funny about that is I was actually going to
One more
wait
person's giving him something.
until
Guitar Freak says, Mike, I'm going to Walmart tomorrow to get you a $50 PSN card.
That's so nice.
that is right.
dude.
Yeah, Guitar Freak. He was waiting to get you something. I should have written that down. Yes, Guitar Freak as well is contributing to this. There's a few people that are still going to contribute to this.
Yeah,
they
there's-
haven't been able to yet, but
things
they're
still
going
moving.
to.
And I appreciate everything you guys do for me, and it's awesome. And I mean, if you want to, you're more than welcome to, and I definitely greatly appreciate it. But don't feel like you have to at all. I don't want anybody to feel like that. But I mean, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, that's easily one of the nicest things anybody's ever done for me.
There we go.
So thank you. Guys.
All right, let's go to a quick commercial break, guys. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
So is that why you were saying we need to hurry up?
We wanted. Rick has been trying to time it because he
Right.
wanted to send you the messages at the right time. So
Gotcha.
like we wanted to make sure it was all coordinated.
That's fine. I've been
What did Destiny do?
No, it's all good. It doesn't matter. I mean, just tell me.
No, I can fix it like pretty easily.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
We love you, man. No, I can actually
Maybe tell Greg what you have physical and digital.
Yeah, now that it's
so
out,
that he
that's why we had to
gets
kinda
you the
guess.
right thing.
Danielle asked me a bunch of this shit the other day, and I was like, "You were here. You know what happened. I wrote it down in the police report."
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, I need to know."
Yay.
Callie,
That's
if you did miss it, we did give Mike all of his gifts, and you were a part of that, of course. And we read
Yes,
off your note
and
as well.
they read your note, so that was awesome,
I
guys.
think we're back.
Everyone says we love Mike. Mike, you were awesome.
I'll do the welcome back here so you don't have to read that again. Welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show. This is episode 77. We've been doing this show for a year and a half. It's a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you like what we're doing at any point, you can follow us very easily at twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. But even easier, if you're watching live from PlayStation, hit the heart button at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Your name will pop up on the TV. We will shout you out. We're very active on Twitter as well, where you can follow us. YouTube, where you can subscribe to see all of our archived episodes and more. And then we have a t-shirt shop at thelevelupshow.spreadshirt.com. Go there to check out hoodies as well, with our logo and whatnot. We're going to have more stuff in the future, maybe a Team Beast and a Team Greg t-shirt to come. So check that out. You can also check out Extra Life, something we're really, really pushing hard right now. We've gotten one $25 donation from Abid tonight for Extra Life. It's for Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. We are playing for Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. If you would like to help us support that, just click on the Support Me button at that link. Or if you would like to play for a different hospital, still join our team. Go to extralife.org/team/Level Up Network, and you can still help us reach that $5,000 goal. PUS is giving out PSN codes on November 7th to people who donate $20 or more. Not every person will get a code, but a select few. Okay, let's move on with the final level update segments.
Oh wait, how do I accidentally...
Just click it again, or let Dean do it.
Far Sender.
I got it.
Thank you.
You're good.
Sorry, Far Sender. I didn't mean to.
It's all good. It happens. It moves really quick.
I meant to do the person that said, "What is this crap?" Because after everything that just happened, how is this crap? Don't
worry about it. Far Sender's back, and that crap guy's gone.
Thank you.
And that crap guy's gone.
You're welcome.
All right, so big Metal Gear Solid previews were coming out this week.
Yeah, that was really early, isn't it?
Magazines and stuff finally got, I think, pretty much full access at the opening of the retail game. Like, this is what we're going to be playing. So we've got some new information here. Let's discuss that a little bit. They say that the opening hour is astonishing and one of the greatest they've ever seen. The original Phantom Pain Moby Dick Studios trailer didn't touch on its full brilliance. They say it's completely different in tone to the rest of the game and almost horror-esque, which doesn't surprise me. That first reveal Phantom Pain trailer was pretty scary. This was all compiled on NeoGAF. Once again, thank you, NeoGAF. Early on, you can interrogate guards, but you don't understand Russian African, so you have to get the Fulton, pulling out people to your mother base, and then you learn the languages. That's really cool. You can easily get around on the map using fast travel with the cardboard boxes. Orange signposts are delivery points, and you can collect and drop off elsewhere like in MGS 1 and 3. The lit out screen is like Peace Walker. You can select the time of mission start, weapons, gears, boxes, and more. Says you can play as generic troops like in Peace Walker, and you have a car or lorry with you from the start if you want, which is really cool. After that, list of buddies. You can, bring people on your missions with you. You've got Quiet, you've got Horse, Dog, and Mech Walker. Says the Mech Walker can go turbo. You can put it on cruise control and upgrade its skill tree to give it more stuff like CQC and a stun gun. This game is just so deep from what we can tell so far. The Dog attacks enemies and finds things in the environment that shows up on the iDroid. The Horse is invincible. You can put a prisoner on the horse like in Red Dead Redemption. It says Quiet's presence actually lowers morale on Mother Base because she originally starts off as a villain, so that's kind of no surprise there. Setting off the alarm in a large base causes reinforcements to drive in from smaller adjacent bases nearby. You can choose to shut down the smaller bases first to stop potential reinforcements, or sever smaller communication dishes to the main base to cut them off. You can also call the chopper to act as the distraction in an adjacent base, which removes reinforcements from the base you want to get into, thinning out the ranks. This is really funny. Hideo Kojima always adds in these little fun moments. You can take the cardboard box and turn it into a toboggan, and then just run and slide and ride down hills and stuff with the cardboard box. As far as music in the game, Metal Gear Solid 4 also did this, where you had your iPhone basically in the game, or iPod, I guess, and you could play music. This one actually has retail, like commercial music, Aha, Billy Idol, David Bowie, stuff like that. You can actually play in the helicopter. And finally, one of the really cool things is you can wash blood off at the Mother Base and do practice, target practice, or fight new recruits. Mother Base grows. It starts off really small at the beginning, but it becomes this massive thing with all these different, soldiers that you collect, translators, doctors, scientists, researchers. It's a really fleshed out, experience. So there's a lot to this game. And then finally, I just also put this in there because I thought this was interesting. They're saying that it's actually treated like a TV show in some ways. Like it's almost treated like episodes. Cool. Which I'm not sure how I feel entirely about that, but they are saying that Kojima's name is everywhere in the game. So even though they removed it from all the promotional material, this is clearly Hideo Kojima's game. That's awesome. That's cool.
Do you think that they? I mean, is this supposed to be like the culmination, like the coolest part of the whole Metal Gear series?
I think this is it's just it really comes off like a swan song.
Like, do you feel like they knew that this was going to be the most ambitious, and that's why they went out of order in the way that they did?
I think this is definitely the most ambitious. I'm not sure if they realized it. Peace Walker was really ambitious too. It's just that it was on the PSP. You know,
Right.
this is a next generation new engine with the Fox engine, which looks really amazing. And just from what I can tell, this game is going to be massive. I think like Witcher massive is the vibe I'm getting from this. And
I can't wait to play it. I wish I had played all the other ones and got more of the story and everything like that. But
I think you'll enjoy it either way. It's
right,
gonna,
I definitely think I will.
Some of the stuff is going to go over your head clearly.
But that's why I have you.
Yes. I will fill you in for sure. Yeah, I think it's going to be amazing. It's my
And I'm not going to go
anticipated game.
Rambo.
No, Dean.
I don't know what you guys
the worst
are
thing I've ever seen, man.
Dude, that was so entertaining.
It was entertaining, but I just was like,
that was probably one.
I was just like,
that was
oh.
easily one of the most entertaining streams that we've ever done of a game.
I got a lot of good feedback from that. I got a lot of really nice PlayStation measures.
Like, I literally tune in and I just see Dean just going, ah! And he's literally yelling at them like Rambo.
I was in such a mood that night. I was just like, so I took a nap like right before the stream. I woke up and I was like, let's do this.
Go ahead, Mike.
The new, I keep getting the new models. New Xbox One models reportedly also coming out, but this one on June 15th. Like the PS4, the Xbox One might be getting a new model right around E3 time. According to a listing on Amazon, the console will be bundled with Microsoft's slightly redesigned controller, which pretty much just is a 3.5mm jack as far as we know, and a copy of Halo Master Chief Collection. Like the new PS4 model, the Xbox One will contain a terabyte hard drive as well, and although Amazon has since removed the listing, they had it down as June 15th and price point of $400, so going back up. So this is, I'm not going to talk any more about it because it's going to go into something else.
Okay.
Later.
Yeah, we'll wait for E3 predictions. We got to get there anyway. How about you read this real quick? It's short, Kristen. The green one there.
Oh.
Pregnant pause.
No. No, hold on.
By the way, we have something to tell you
I
guys.
need to take care of something.
Shut up.
Oh my god, Dean's just like, no. Like it happened to like Jen. He's like, no.
Wait, am I reading this? What's going on?
Yeah, I need to take care of something.
Okay,
Give it to Dean.
No problem. Yeah, give it to Dean. Go
What
ahead,
we
Dean.
got? What one are we on?
Tales of Bersaria.
Tales of Bersaria announced for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Those still feeling the current generation is lacking in Japanese RPGs will be happy to hear that Bandai Namco has officially announced the next entry in the long-running Tales series. The newest title will feature a female protagonist as the lead character. Information is scarce at the moment, but for those knowledgeable of the series, Famitsu says both Inomata and Fujishima are character designers, and you're killing me, dude, with these names. Ufotable is doing the animation again. There is no release window information yet.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know much about the Tales series. That's
Me
why I was
neither.
just kind of like, for people that are knowledgeable, they seem to be happy that those people were back on board. So
Yeah, Noble Meta Dave says, yay, Tales. Maybe Dave, if anybody wants to know more about Tales, ask Dave in the chat.
Honestly, I've never played that series. I hear good things about it, though.
I've never played it
And finally, Dark Souls 3 reportedly coming in 2016. What?
Yeah.
Did we just get Dark Souls 2?
Yeah.
And Bloodborne?
Yeah.
What?
That's wild.
All right. Well, supposedly, to be revealed at this month's E3, Rooster Teeth is reporting that they've seen screenshots of the game.
Rooster Teeth already said that Microsoft was buying Silent Hills. So.
Yeah, so not the best track record recently. It will be developed by From Software to be released only on PS4 and Xbox One, with PC also a possibility in the future. As for what will be included in this entry, 1 to 4 player supports, although we don't know if that's co-op or PvP. When you build your character at the start of the game, you'll have options for 10 different character classes. You'll have 45 new enemy types and 15 new bosses, as well as all of those original enemy types from the other Souls games. There will be 100 new weapons and 40 new armor sets to deck out your character with. Reportedly 60 minutes of mostly in-engine cutscenes, which is weird because we don't typically get that in the Souls games.
Right.
They're not at all reliant on cutscenes. Dark Souls 3 will house about 12 different areas, totaling up an amount of content similar to the original Dark Souls. As you navigate the world, the way to interact with other players online will reportedly be different than what you did in the first 2 Dark Souls. Instead of soapstones and signs, Dark Souls 3 will have you participating in sacrifice ceremonies, which have you dragging around bodies to specific areas, performing a ritual, and visiting another person's game. That sounds pretty cool. And finally, the big details in the reported leak deal will, with the bosses in Dark Souls 3, boss battles will have a new heat up factor that changes the way you approach encounters. Heat up! Is that something?
Nope.
Okay.
It is now.
All right, it is something now.
Heating up's what you yell when you're on a streak.
In beer pong, yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Good call. All right, let's take one call, guys. I think just one call. We're a little behind. Uno mas. Calling on Skype. Gabriel, I've been seeing you trying to call in a lot tonight. Lines are open right now, man. Calling on Skype at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Before we move on to our E3 predictions, we're going to try and get through like 7 to 10 each, because not all of us could get 10 out of this one. In the meantime, thank you to these follows. Thank you to Gdento039. We also had Random Dude. Oop, let me rewind that. I thought I was paused. Wild Game is not appearing yet. Wait until
Just
later.
kidding.
Just kidding.
It ran away.
Random Dude 1561. Thank you for the follow. Also Janky Pank, Mega Dude, DQX Knots, No Creep for You, Mr. Young, Spy Lucci, Matt Blims, Matthias Blade, Mashed Potatoes. His name was Mac. Twas Biz Toy, Thorake, Chaos Coder, Spice King in the Morning, Steel Warrior, Nismore, and many more. And here's Gabriel calling. Keep those follows coming, guys. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation. Hey, Gabriel. Sorry we missed your call a little bit earlier. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how you guys been?
We're doing great, man. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, first, that thing you were talking about earlier with like anticipated games, are you talking about ones from the past or the future? Like, what do you mean by that?
Most anticipated games that have been announced or really seem to be coming this generation. Of all those games that could become this generation, what is your most anticipated?
Rock Band 4.
Rock Band 4. That's
a good pick.
Interesting pick there. Why Rock Band 4? Why not Guitar Hero Live?
Well, Guitar Hero, I think they just took a giant dump on the new Guitar Hero.
A dump on the chest.
Yeah.
I agree. No, I think I agree with you there. Actually, I think it's really messed up that none of that. You know, all the songs you got in the past games are not retroactive. You know, you're missing all that legacy stuff. And on top of that, I don't really like the way they redesigned the controller. And I do think the new video content doesn't really work for downloadable content and stuff like that. I think they missed the mark. I think Rock Band is doing it right.
Yeah, I like that. Rumor has it that Rock Band 4 you can maybe use your old controllers.
Yeah, I don't even think that's a rumor anymore. I thought that was confirmed now that you were allowed to use your old Rock Band controllers with this new one.
Yeah, it is confirmed.
It's confirmed, right? Yeah. So, yeah, Gabriel, you can use past Rock Band controllers with the newest game.
Sweet.
And they say that your people who have Guitar Hero stuff, the device, you have to get an adapter. It's probably gonna be around $10 to get your old stuff to work with the new game. But still saving tons of money. And they say they're not promising anything, but they say it should allow Guitar Hero stuff to work with this new Rock Band game too.
Okay,
which is cool.
Awesome. Anything else you want to talk about tonight, Gabriel?
I was that thing you were talking about with Gears of War or whatever. I was listening, but I didn't quite understand what this whole like new company or whatever.
It's weird because it's actually the same developer. They were originally called Black Tusk Games, and they were working on something called Shanghai before Microsoft was like, nope, you're done with that game. You're now Gears of War. So they took them off of that. They started them on the Gears of War reboot, and then they decided, no, you can't be Black Tusk anymore. We've got to rename you something that fits the Gears of War name because that's all you're going to be working on now. So they renamed them the Coalition. So now Black Tusk Studios is the Coalition, and Gears of War is the only franchise they're going to be working on.
I don't remember any studio called Black Tusk Studios working on Gears of War.
Yeah, they were announced as working on Gears of War, I think, at E3 2013, if I remember right. I think that's when it was. But
no, 12. No.
It was definitely 13.
13.
Or 14. It was 13, right? So it did happen. I'm sure of that, Gabriel. And now they are the Coalition.
Yeah, I hope if they end up making new Gears of War, I hope they don't mess it up because that's my most favorite game series of all time, which I think they kind of ruined the Judgment. The story was good, very, very well done, but they switched the controls, which really I hated.
Well, I have a feeling they're going to try and switch it up a little bit here. This is a reboot, so I hope that they try to do something really fresh and interesting. really change up the control style or something, add some new mechanics. They got to really make this seem different than the past 4. Because Judgment did not sell well. Judgment didn't sell well at all.
I thought they should have just stopped. I'm tired of these games. Like, listen, and this is a conversation we have about movies and games of like, you make whatever you're going, when it comes to something creative, you make whatever you're going to make to tell the story you want to tell.
Mhm.
If it's a fighting game, fine. You keep chugging them out. If it's a sports game, keep chugging them out. Fine, that's what they're for. But when you have a game that's built around story, I don't care if you have a gun in your hand or not. Tell the story that you want to tell, and then finish it, end it. Otherwise, I mean, Batman quote had it perfectly. Either you see yourself,
live long enough to
become a villain, or you die as a hero.
Yeah.
Die as a hero. Let your stuff be remembered for the quality that it was, and don't let it just keep making you money because you're a greedy shit.
That was deep, man.
Deep.
That was
I'm
deep.
feeling deep tonight.
Feeling
they
deep.
all got me feeling deep.
They got me feeling deep. Gabriel, we're going to move on in, but thank you so much for the call and the questions.
Oh wait, actually, one more question if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
This is for all 4 of you guys on camera and everything. What are your thoughts on the new Mortal Kombat?
The newest Mortal Kombat being 10, right?
Yes, correct.
I liked it.
Yeah, you played it, so you really the one who can talk about this.
Yeah, I mean, Dean played it a lot too.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
I didn't even touch Mortal Kombat.
I thought you did. I thought you did play it for a while.
What world are you on, dude? No, I've never
know.
bought
You
it.
played Injustice.
Never played it.
Oh, no, you were
I
playing
played lots of
Injustice for a long time. Okay, so I'm the only one. No, I liked it a lot. I don't buy fighting games much. I don't really care about them. I mean, they're fun. I get bored of them very quickly.
Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat is actually, if it wasn't for their shitty online service, I would have continued playing that continuously. But when it takes me 5 minutes to find a match, that's not okay.
As somebody who hasn't played, I can say that I enjoyed watching it. It's a really fun game to
fun.
watch.
It is fun to
It's
watch.
gruesome. It's very gruesome, but it's so fun.
There's only really 2 things I don't like about it. Some of the fatalities are weak, and there's microtransactions in the game.
Yeah, for fatalities, right? You can actually pay to do them easier, but...
Yeah, but I never used them, and realistically, it didn't hurt anything. It wasn't like a pay-to-win service. Listen, if you have microtransactions in the game, as long as it's not pay-to-win, who cares?
Yeah, because you can't use those easy methods in online mode with the fatalities. Like I think they separated that there, which means like if people want to pay to make it easier to do fatalities, okay, I guess you're not very good at the game, but that's your choice. I mean, I don't think it did anything wrong because it doesn't break the game for the people that didn't buy the DLC. But that's just my personal opinion, man.
Yeah,
All right.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I agree that it seemed like it reviewed well, it sold well. And I think that the online is the only part that really brought it down a little bit, with the problems with the online, I should say. Right. Gabriel, we got to move on to the topic of the week, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right, you too. Level up, guys.
Level up.
Level up.
Level up.
All right, let's get into it, guys. We're gonna move on to our topic of the week, guys, which is E3 2015 predictions. I think we're gonna say goodbye to Kristen now.
Oh, everyone's being so nice to me.
Oh, what are they saying?
Just saying good night, sweet dreams, always a pleasure. Goodbye. Goodbye, Christifa. Stay tanny.
I have a feeling you said Christifa.
Puss.
Puss, yeah.
Puss calls me. I call him Pustifa.
And he calls me Drusifa.
Drusifa.
I don't know.
Remember that one night you I said Pustifa in the chat, and you're like, "Is he gonna know it's from you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, yes.
I didn't realize it was like an inside thing that you guys had.
Yeah, I just started it. Pustifa, Christifa, Drusifa, Bogtifa.
All right, topic of the week, guys. E3 2015 predictions. Good night to Kristen.
Good night, Kristen.
So long.
Farewell. Avida Sera. Whatever.
We've already done it so many times, it's boring to me now.
Yeah. We're also at 237 people in the room. Let's get to 250, guys. We can do something special at 250. Share the show.
Oh, no.
What?
Is that gone?
What?
Yeah, it's gone. I got it.
Okay.
Real quick, could you just play the end music and see if Boo gets up?
Okay. I'll do it for you real quick. No, she means like the outro, intro music.
Every time Boo hears this, I just want to see if it's actually
Oh, it's
true.
every single time.
We're not actually ending, guys.
He got up. He woke up. Take over.
He does know the music.
He's like, why is everybody sitting?
He does know the music, for sure. I agree.
Hey, buddy.
That is not the end of the show.
Pavlov.
Let's rewind here. All right, so I'm going to start off here. I think Sony will reveal a slim model PS4, but it essentially won't look any different from the standard PS4. What's wrong?
Thank you. I know you didn't want to do it, but you did it. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. It will have a smaller nanometer processor and a 1 terabyte hard drive. It will still be priced at $400. There will be no official price drop to the current PS4, but retailers, I think, will begin dropping the price on their own. The reason I say that is because I think the Arkham Knight PS4, since it was already announced at $400, they're not going to change the price of anything.
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was one of mine too.
So mine, I'm going to just then go to mine then.
Okay.
So I'm going to skip down to that one. Sony will announce the new 1 terabyte PS4 shipping to stores. Good night. Thank you, Kristen. I love you.
So long, farewell. Love you to say goodbye.
See you for your birthday.
Yeah.
Right?
It's going to be a very good night.
Before we leave, Friday?
Yeah, your guys are coming, right?
Yeah, we're Friday.
It's Friday,
Yeah, I'm doing it Friday. Sony will announce the new 1 terabyte PS4 shipping to stores that day, though, at the $399 price point. The 500 gig model will drop to $350, but still be.
You think it'll be dropped?
Mm-hmm.
What about Arkham Knight?
I think
PS4?
Arkham Knight will just be included in there because it's a brand new title.
Okay.
The only thing they have included in the 350 one right now is Last of Us. They might do the same thing for the 399, but right now the 399 one is just because it's a special edition console, so it has a premium price to it. Plus, it has the full version of the game.
Okay.
So it makes sense.
You're up.
I'll just get that one out of the way. I had
Right.
the same thing. Terabyte hard drive. I didn't have anything about Arkham Knight. I just had Sony will announce the terabyte hard drive PS4.
So I think that Guerrilla and Sony Bend will be the two new big IPs announced at the conference for Sony, of course. Sony Bend will be classic survival horror in the form of old school Resident Evil. They're going to try and bring back that survival horror to Sony exclusively through Sony Bend. I think that Quantic Dream and Media Molecule will wait to reveal their games until Paris Games Week later this year, since Gamescom is going to be kind of smaller. And I think the conference will end with a 1-2 punch reveal trailer for Gran Turismo 7, and finally God of War 4, which will still feature Kratos, but a very different take on the character.
You went over the top in your predictions. What you always do, but mine are like one sentence.
Yeah, mine are one-liners too.
But he always does that every single time. Mine is Bethesda will tease the next Elder Scrolls entry with a brief 15-second plug, but it will only be a brief black image hiding some things, kind of like what they did with Skyrim, and then just showing the title.
What's the subtitle?
I have no idea that what it's going to be at all.
Right now. Say it.
Right now?
Guess.
I don't know what time period they're going to go in. There's so much range now. They jumped back 1,000 years for Elder. They have everything from that, and they could even go back before that. They could go back to the origin of all. There's so much they can cover.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that the next one, a bunch of random fucking gibberish that doesn't make sense to me, is going to be Elder Scrolls Obelisk.
Obelisk. Okay, there you go. Obelisk.
I like it.
There you go. Obsidian. Good.
Let me see. I had something about God of War 2. Every time somebody mentions one, I'm just gonna knock it out.
Okay.
Mine's a little different though.
Okay.
Sony Santa Monica shows new God of War teaser trailer with new protagonists featured.
Oh, okay. You think it's gonna be a new guy?
Who would it be?
I do.
Female or male?
I think it's gonna be male, and I think it's gonna be not
It's
like
gonna be like
somebody
Kratos
we know.
2.0?
No, I think it's gonna be somebody new, like a whole new
Greek
Are they gonna
mythology?
fictional character, like someone like Kratos, like
Greek mythology?
I
Or Norse
don't.
or Egyptian?
I didn't write this down, but I don't think it's gonna be Greek mythology.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think they're gonna stay. Who's left to kill?
I think they're going to treat it like Legend of Zelda, where Link is a different hero of time or whatever in each one, and this
Or are
one's
they
going to be
gonna have
Kratos.
side
But it's going to be a different mythology. It'll still be Kratos and also look like Kratos, but a very different take on the character.
Kratos. I kind of hope your prediction comes true, because that sounds kind of cool.
Up next, Sony will have another 5-minute indie segment showing off their newest exclusive acquisitions. It will end with new trailers for The Witness and Rime, both releasing before the end of this year officially. Wild, The Tomorrow Children, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and No Man's Sky will also be shown, but will not be given release dates for this year.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mine is EA will announce the beta for Star Wars Battlefront starts at the end of their conference, only on Xbox One. PS4 starts 2 weeks later.
You knew it was a fake.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Why would Battlefront start first on Xbox?
Because don't they have the partnership?
No, as far as we can tell so far, it's actually Sony.
No, we just have the teaser images, but weren't they actually saying that the partnership was actually with Microsoft?
Maybe.
I remember hearing a long time ago they have a partnership with Microsoft, but the reason that the news on the PS4 images and everything was so weird was that it was
Welcome
the
back.
partnership with Xbox.
He knew it. He knew it
was
was
you.
a fake.
He was like,
They
"You
didn't
tricked
come up-
me.
He knew it was a
They
fake.
lied.
This show wasn't over." All right, go ahead, Dean.
Telltale teases its Marvel project and announces its release date.
Ooh, with who?
Don't know.
X-Men.
I don't think it's gonna be X-Men personally.
No?
No, I don't think it's gonna be X-Men.
Think it's gonna have anything to do with Secret Wars? That's been a big push for them.
It would
lately.
make sense. Yeah, it would make sense. I don't know. I don't know. A lot
Everybody's
of these I
loving
didn't get
Secret
like very
Wars, too.
specific. Dude, I'll tell you what. hate
Events.
the lineup and the new like costumes. Did you see this promo image Marvel released?
Very quickly. I
Oh
only glanced
God,
over
it
it.
made me.
Did you
sick
say
to my
which
stomach,
conference
dude.
you think it's going to be at?
I think it's going to be. If I had to put one, I would say Sony.
Okay.
Personally.
Alrighty. Next up, Rise of the Tomb Raider will get a big 10-minute on-stage demo. It will
God damn
end
it.
with a spring 2016 release date. Microsoft will completely brush over the fact that it was delayed. They will just act like nothing
So
ever happened.
why do you think it's delayed?
I don't think it's ready.
All right, so here's my interpretation of that. I'll skip down to this one. Rise of the Tomb Raider will
Tomb
open...
Raider! The Rise of the Tomb Raider!
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider! Tomb Raider!
Go watch out for that Tomb Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider will open Microsoft's conference.
Okay.
5-minute BS on how Microsoft's partnership with high-quality studios is its biggest focus.
All right. Do you think it comes out this year?
I'm going to say it's still going to be for the holiday.
Okay.
They want it. At this point, Microsoft is going to probably try to force their
I think
hand.
with
they're like,
Halo and Forza.
Yeah, but no,
and
they want to beat Uncharted to the punch.
maybe they want to fight Uncharted though.
No, they don't. They don't want to go hand in hand.
I'm gonna call you on that. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna delay it. I think when they go.
I
think they want to go
Square
head to
Enix
head.
wants to fight. Wants to get ahead.
Maybe.
I don't think Microsoft does. I don't think Microsoft
We'll
cares.
find out. Go ahead, Dean.
That's a good one. Well, this was kind of mentioned before, so I'll just get this one out of the way too. But it's kind of a different take. So I think Microsoft is gonna have what are they called now? Coalition.
The Coalition, yeah.
The Coalition show Gears of War 4, and I think it's going to be an open world third-person shooter.
Ooh, so there's that twist.
Yeah.
What a twist.
Yeah,
That'd be
I could see that happening.
They're
And
gonna do something. They've
honestly,
got to do
if
something.
it goes open world, I will give that series another chance because I'm not a huge Gears of War fan.
That'd be interesting. Let's thank some follows here before we move on. Thank you to Contagious Reaction, also Big Rich 16 Gaming, Nether Warden TV, The Great Soviet, Sir Wubbingtons, DJ Black Ice, Big Jim, Balls for Life, General Danger, Mashed Potatoes, Gdento039, and about like 40 or 50 more. Getting a lot of follows tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Keep those coming. Hit the heart button live from PlayStation in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. If we hit our next follow goal, we'll give out another 300 XP. We are at... Oh, we passed it. Wow.
Nice.
We're at 6132, another 300 XP to the chat room. Man, you guys are on a roll tonight. Let's see if we can hit 6150. That'll be another follow goal there.
I love Mike's hate on Microsoft. I don't hate on Microsoft, but they're so shady. Like I want to like them. I want to like them so bad. I like their console for a lot of stuff. I like a lot of their games. They're so freaking shady anymore.
I just don't. They just seem weak
I don't respect
to
them.
me now.
I don't
right.
respect them.
They seem weak to me now because they didn't follow through with their. I wasn't one of those people who like wanted them to totally take back their whole like promise of the Xbox One. I think they should have followed through with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe now they seem like the limping horse.
They're wishy-washy. They're wishy-washy flip-floppers.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
Thank you, Deadly Weapons and Alienate, for the most recent follows. Let's get to 6150. We'll give out another 300 XP to the chat room. My next prediction. Sony will have another segment focusing on PlayStation productions, but they will keep it much shorter this time. We're learning from their lesson.
Minutes?
Not 15 minutes on Powers. They will talk about the success of Powers briefly before revealing their newest production titled The Player, which will be a TV show video game hybrid free to PlayStation Plus members. They will also hint at TV shows related to other major video game IPs.
Have any in mind?
I think that they will probably try and do something with like a family-friendly IP,
How
like
about
Jack and Daxter.
a Little Big Planet animated series?
Exactly what I'm thinking. Yep, something family-friendly.
I want a Jack and Daxter like cartoon.
Yep, that's what I want.
Like Nickelodeon style.
That's what I'll be on board with that.
I'll watch that.
But not like too kiddie, like trying to get that perfect balance, like a Pixar movie.
Like SpongeBob, like adult humor in there.
I'm thinking like Pixar. What Pixar does, they totally cater to adults and children. Let's have that with like a CGI animated, kind of like the Clone Wars, but with Jack and Daxter or something like that. Little Big Planet. Go ahead, Mike.
This one's just kind of like an insult. EA will bore half the crowd with too much focus on its sports titles that have less innovation than the last four iPhones.
That's a really good prediction, though.
That's a burn. That's
but
a sick burn.
It's a burn, and it's such
half
a
of their
logical
half of
guess.
their thing will be that, and none of them are. Let's be realistic. And I'm sorry if you like sports games, but what innovations have they really done that made you go, "Wow, I need to have this next title"?
I can't comment on that. I'm just not.
I'm not a
enough.
sports fan, but I'll tell you what, like they could definitely use some kind of like. I mean, dude, that's fine. Show your games, but don't drag out all these athletes on stage who don't care about games. It's like, you guys are not going to believe the new textures. Things look so real in this game. It's like they don't care.
I'll tell you right
And
now,
we don't
the
care.
last time I actually respected a sports game for their innovation is, I think it was NBA Live, where whatever happened in the previous game, within, I think it was like 2 hours of game time, anything that happened in that actually impacted what happened in your play session of your career. So if a player gets injured, bam, they're injured in career.
Right.
If they win, their standings go up in career. Like, that's awesome to me. That's innovation.
Yeah.
Not, hey, our faces have sweat.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of the reasons I dislike Xbox conferences, and this is just my personal taste, is that they always are the ones that are like, sports. This is our sports segment.
They
let's
are,
go through
yeah, they
UFC,
go
let's go through
hard,
Madden, let's go through FIFA, whatever, and then they bring out athletes on the stage. They occupy 15 minutes just basically showing off their faces and be like, I endorse this.
I'll tell you right now, the only one I would respect for sports really is wrestling. Wrestling, I think, has actually the biggest following for a sports game out of any of those two. Besides, I mean, Madden aside and everything like that, realistically, I think wrestling is
I
the
think
biggest
that's
one.
because like the competitive scene is pretty much like dominant on the Xbox. I think that's why they usually, and a lot of sports games are using like tournaments and stuff like that. Rose City Matt says, I'm a huge sports fan and I totally agree with what you guys are saying. So we're
All right,
not
so
that
I guess
far
we don't
off
even
base.
need to play sports games to know what we're talking about. Are you up, Dean?
I
Yes,
think I might
got
be. 343 gives us first look at Halo 5 gameplay and reveals a dual play feature between John Locke and Master Chief.
Okay, interesting. Nintendo will have a pretty lackluster Direct, deciding not to focus on their next generation platform and instead giving the Wii U that one final push before it dies. They will show off Star Fox Wii U and give it a release date at the end of September of this year. They might show off something like a new Metroid, but will neglect to tell everyone this is actually not for the Wii U. This is for the NX. They're just going to act like, oh, here's a new Metroid. Everyone's like, we're Metroid Wii U. And then the next year, they're like, NX, it was actually for the NX.
I have a
that would be such a slap in the face.
somewhat similar prediction.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right, so first part of my two-parter. These are the last two I have because
Okay.
that's all I really thought about. But I can't really think of too much else. But first part, Sony will focus on PS Plus offerings and how they give the most value of any subscription service available on consoles. And they will say, end quote, starting in July, PS4 owners will be treated to AAA titles like Infamous coming July 7th.
Cool. That'll be awesome.
Part one.
I'm all about it.
There's more. We got more.
Wait, there's more. Dean,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay, Nintendo doesn't say a damn word about Zelda.
They already kind of confirmed that.
Right, they said they're not going to say anything about it. I mean, that's already
They're not
kind
gonna
of
It's
talk
not for the
about
Wii
it.
U anymore.
They're not going to show it. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's
and
not for the
I
Wii U
know it.
anymore, man. I'm telling you.
They claim it is, but they're full of shit.
They're lying to you,
Yeah, they
Dave.
are lying.
They're
to
gonna
you.
slap your little Nintendo
They really
fanboy
are.
face.
They really are. You're
All
right.
right, next up. All right. Following Bethesda's massive blowout of Fallout 4 on Sunday night, they will come onto Microsoft stage on Monday to announce some sort of exclusivity agreement. It will likely be exclusive content, but there's a very small chance it would actually be timed console exclusivity. When it comes to marketing, though, Fallout 4 will be treated like it's entirely Xbox exclusive.
I don't think it's going to be complete like any timed exclusivity or anything like that. I think if anything, like when you have it on Xbox, you'll get like an extra sweet roll.
An extra sweet roll?
Yeah.
Is that like food?
Yeah, it's like a food in there.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Kind of
Is it
like
like
I think it's like a
brains?
ho-ho. I think is what it is.
Sweet roll?
It's kind of like
Or
the
sweetbreads I'm thinking of. Sweetbreads in
Sweetbreads.
Europe or it's like brains.
it's kind of like the Twinkie of this apocalypse.
It's nothing what it sounds
That's
like.
Yeah, I
survived
think
it.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
sweet rolls are like that. Yeah, and it actually seeped into like other Bethesda games.
Go ahead.
Which is
You're
actually
up.
kind of funny. So, in continuing that, in the same PS Plus conversation, they will announce The Last Guardian will be free to PlayStation Plus subscribers, show the new trailer, and at the end, finish it off with tagline Holiday 2015.
I'm sorry.
How awesome would that be for you?
That'd be amazing. That'd be.
How likely do you think that is? Because I actually feel like that's coming.
I'll
can't
tell you what
imagine-
I'm expecting.
Okay, you have it in there?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I had to, right?
I thought you were going to skip it. I really did.
I had to put a Last Guardian prediction in there.
Yeah, I skipped it because I don't believe
It was my number 10. I was like, all right,
Yeah, I feel it.
number
put it
10.
in
Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll counter my last Nintendo one with a good one.
Okay.
I think there's going to be a Wii U exclusive Pokemon RPG.
Oh
announced.
my god.
That should have been a hope and dream, Dean, not a prediction. That will never
If that
happen.
comes true,
It's a prediction.
I'm
I'm
happy.
buying it.
Yeah,
that
that would be
$400
cool.
is turning into
I've
Wii
been
money.
waiting
That's what I'm gonna
15
tell you
years
right
for
now.
that.
That would be
Dean.
really
I've been
cool.
waiting 15 freaking years. I bought freaking Pokemon Snap. I bought Pokemon Stadium. I was like, console Pokemon.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Nintendo, that's not what we wanted!
I know.
Why are you doing this to us?
I was the same way, dude.
Just give us a freaking console RPG, Pokemon. Alright, I'm on.
Maybe. Wait, hold on. How pissed would you guys be if that actually comes, but it's a mobile game?
I'd be. That's not a console RPG. That's what we
No,
want.
Right.
We want a console
Honestly,
RPG Pokemon.
Like, I'm so close to like giving up on Nintendo. I love all Mario, Zelda shit I grew up on. Like, I love it. But like, if they don't say something outstanding that speaks to me this year, I'm not gonna buy the next Nintendo console. And it'll be the first one in my life. I've owned every Nintendo system, every one, even handhelds, everything. I'm done, dude.
Speaking of Nintendo consoles, they took all the consoles and everything like that. They took the PS4, the Xbox One, Danielle's Wii, Watch, everything like that. They left the GameCube. I'm not even.
You know what's
lying.
crazy? You guys know.
But here's what's funny: the
Okay.
GameCube is actually more expensive to replace than the Wii.
Was it moved? Was it moved over like a foot? Like somebody was like,
It was right there. It was, I'm not even lying to you. The bag with the Wii is right here. Like the bag on the Wii is right here on the floor, and next to it is the GameCube. And they're like, "Fuck that thing." I don't know.
It was more effort for them to,
You know
not
what's
take
crazy?
it.
I was just thinking about this right now. Like, I'm not that big of like a Nintendo crazed person. You guys can tell this, obviously. I barely play my Wii U, but I own the Super Nintendo. I owned an N64. I owned a GameCube. I owned a Wii. I owned a Wii. Oh, I didn't own a Wii. That's the one I didn't get.
You didn't get the Wii?
I didn't get a Wii.
I thought you did.
Kristen had the Wii. I played Skyward Sword on her Wii, but I have a Wii U. So somehow, I don't know what the hell they're doing over there, Nintendo. They're somehow getting me to buy these freaking
crap.
consoles.
It's crap.
I don't know what they're doing.
You
but-
know it's bad for you, and well, it's actually more like cigarettes. They're like-
N64.
they are cigarettes for
I
our
have no
generation.
regrets on N64, dude. I played
No,
the
N64
shit out of my
was
N64.
good. So is GameCube. GameCube's good too.
Yeah.
All right, so Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 will not be at E3. 15 will wait till Gamescom, and KH3 will wait until the D3 Expo for Disney. However, KH HD Collection will be announced for the PlayStation 4. Square Enix will also do a gameplay demonstration for Deus Ex Mankind Evolved, but their biggest reveal of the conference will be the newest Hitman game, which is going to blow everybody away. It's going to be like the surprise of like the entire E3 is how good Hitman looks. That's what I'm calling.
Is that really what you're saying?
Yeah.
That
It's going to be one of
So you're
those.
saying that they're going to bank all of their money on a Hitman.
I think they're really going to
Are you a Hitman
blow
fan
people away.
at
No,
all?
I'm not. But I
that's why I
have
was
a
like-
feeling that it's
I'm
going to look
curious.
awesome. And it's just going
I mean,
to
we
be
saw how
it's going to
good
be
the
one of
last
those
one was.
awesome moments because nobody expects it to be so good, and then they're going to show off this on-stage demonstration in game, all real, and everyone's going to be like, "Whoa, that looks freaking good."
You know what I should have put on my hopes and dreams is Splinter Cell. The last
Wow,
Splinter
that's a
Cell
long
on
time,
PS3 was awesome. It was 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
At this point, they had to have been working on another one because they saw how good it did for them. I should have put that on my hopes and dreams because I don't think it's going to be at E3. I would love to see it there. I want to talk about it now, but I would love to see it there. But I don't know if it's going to come or not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's been a while.
You have anything else? Because I'm done.
Are you done? Okay.
Yeah,
Game,
I had
anything
10. I came out with 10.
Nice.
Well, fuck me.
Where are we at? Because I have 3 left on my list.
What is it?
Where are we at? Because I have 3 left on my list.
Yeah, the 3 more.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
right.
I have 2 more.
Call of Duty PlayStation 4 bundle announced.
I know where your allegiances lie. Everything you said so far has been PS4.
Well, I
Pro
think that's a pretty
PS4.
safe bet, considering that from what all the rumors are telling us that the Black Ops 3 is going to be like PS4
Right, it's going to be-
marketing thing going on there.
Yeah, I had some safe bets on here. That's not true. I have Microsoft stuff.
The thing is, like,
Yeah,
that would be a
yeah.
lot of bundles for Sony this holiday.
no, I had a second
well, not a
Microsoft
lot,
one,
but everybody's really expecting a Battlefront bundle for PS4 this holiday.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Again, it seems like the marketing is with Sony for Battlefront, from what we can tell so far. So people are expecting a
I could
bundle.
have sworn that they announced like a partnership with Microsoft for something in Battlefront. I
I don't think so.
don't know why. I don't know what's.
Thank you for the follow. I'll announce
I don't
those in
know
a
what
few
it
minutes.
is.
Let's move on to my number 9. Microsoft will again do a massive Halo push at the end of the show. A single-player set-piece demo will be shown off, but the big surprise is that they will finally reveal that a legitimate Halo movie is in production. Some of the production team will be brought out on stage, including the director, Neil Blomkamp. This will close the show, though. The
Blomkamp.
big Gears of War reveal will close the show.
Wait, hold on.
Blomkamp.
Why- I mean,
Halo movie starring
aside.
Master Chief.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, partly Master Chief.
This has
but
been
mostly
long gestating.
John
They've been
Locke.
trying to get
You
this
think
going.
so?
Yeah, if they're gonna make a movie at this point with 343 behind it, they're gonna have John Locke in there. They're gonna
Maybe.
have-
I'm not saying he won't be in it, but you think he'll be the poster face?
I think
of it,
it'll be
not Chief?
I think Chief will be the poster face, but I think it'll be like Face Off, where you have Master Chief on one side and John Locke on the other.
I think Chief would be the star though.
Before we get into the final
For
couple
sure.
predictions here, we're getting a lot of follows. Let's announce those real quick. Thank you to Mr. Fix-It Stone, Skunky Fresh Smoka, Full Stone 46,
Both
The
new
Only
viewers.
Person
They just
123,
joined us today.
Alienate, Deadly Weapons,
Those two
36
are
Shots,
brand new.
and Contagious Reaction for the follows. We're at 6,136 out of 6,150. If we can get 14 more follows in this final push here,
I
guys.
just have to shout out real quick. This
Yeah.
person's not a troll or anything. They're being constructive. They just have a hilarious username. I got a moist unicorn scrotum.
Oh, I've seen him before, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Nice.
Farsender actually backed me up a little bit. I don't think he realized that he backed me up, but he said Microsoft will get beta for Battlefront because of EA Early Access.
Yeah, that was already confirmed, actually.
Right.
They will get that early.
Right.
There's nothing Sony can do about that. That's an EA thing.
So there, bam.
Yeah,
done.
so that's what you were thinking of.
Maybe that's
That
what
is
it
the
was.
Microsoft exclusive thing because
Yeah.
they have the EA Access exclusive thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think otherwise, co-marketing wise, Sony has the co-marketing deal.
Yeah.
All right, Dean, are you up or me up? I think you're up, and do two because I only have one
no
left.
problem. So I'll get my boring one out of the way. Need for Speed reboot gameplay trailer is shown. I think it's going to be shown during the Microsoft conference too.
That's an
I believe
EA
that.
game, but you think it's going to be?
Yeah,
Microsoft.
it's partnership. They
Yeah.
I think it's going to be partnered with.
all the time.
Thank you,
I think
Board
it's gonna be
Prince.
partnered with Microsoft. And my final one is, and I don't know whose conference this will be during, but I think Warner Brothers Montreal, who developed Arkham Origins, will announce their next game. Whether it's Batman or not, I don't know, but I think it's going to be taking place within the DC universe.
Focus on Oliver Queen.
No, I don't think the one. No, I don't think the one Ubisoft Montreal is working on. I think they're either going to take over Batman, since they're not going to end the Batman franchise, but Rocksteady's done with Batman.
I hate it. I hate
They're
it
definitely,
so much.
I know, but they're definitely going to do prequels and shit. I almost guarantee.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to do that. Maybe they're going to give them a Nightwing game or something like that. Would be cool.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's more of the same though.
All right, my final prediction of the night. It had to be said. The Last Guardian will get a re-reveal around the middle of the show. Sony will not make a big deal out of it. There will be some noticeable differences from the original trailer, but it will, for the most part, seem like the same game. It will be given a release date of holiday 2015, and Sony will use Gamescom, TGS, and Paris Games Week to give it that big push leading up to the release date. But for its re-reveal, they're just going to, here it is,
So
re-reveal.
you don't think what I said is going to happen?
No, I think they're not going to make a big deal out of it.
Really?
No.
Listen, I can't imagine that they wouldn't with this much time, and I can't imagine.
For that
they're
reason, I think is
cheap.
why they won't.
Huh?
I think that they don't want to make a big deal of how long it's been in process, and for the
But that's
fact
why
that
it's
they
perfect
don't
for
want to
PS
build
Plus.
up the expectations of this huge reveal. Like this is they're gonna, as I said, they're gonna push it over the next couple conferences, but they're gonna treat it like another game for PlayStation 4 because I'm not so sure it's gonna be like the best thing ever.
No, I don't think it's going to be.
So
I
why
don't
would
think
they
it's
push
gonna
it
be,
that
like,
hard?
So great. I think it's going to be a fun, enjoyable game in the same sense that Eco was and everything
Yeah.
like that. The problem is, why would they invest as much money into it as they are without doing something for it? And that's why I think PS Plus is a great way
As
to
I said, I think
advertise
they're gonna push it at the next couple conferences. I just don't think they're going to
It
have
will
it as their
never-
like show ender or something
Here's
like
the
that.
thing: it has to, at this point, it has to be like a $30 game for it to sell.
I don't think it will. To be honest,
To be like a $30 digital game, it's not going to be like a hard. It's not going to be a hard copy. And if they are going to go for hard copy, they better only do it in Japan because over here in the States, it's not going to sell that well. That's why I think
We'll have
PS
to wait
Plus is
and
the
see.
best way to do it.
We're a little behind, so let's take a quick commercial break. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then we'll move on to our final segment of the night. Guys, we'll be back in 60 seconds. Be right back.
That was awesome. I still don't even know what to say. Like I feel bad that I didn't really say very much of anything. I just
Hey,
don't,
it's a lot to take in, man.
I'm just not a. I don't ask for help or any of that stuff. Like I don't do giveaways and stuff like that.
Yeah. You have to
That's
ask.
kind of cool. Huh?
So, well, you didn't have to ask.
Well, apparently not. It's awesome.
Yeah, everybody stepped up quickly, dude. We rallied everybody together. Everybody.
Danielle
There
was being
no
weird
waiting
too.
or anything.
So I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know at all? Anything?
So I kind of knew something was up, but I didn't know it was for me.
Yeah.
I saw something in the PayPal. I got a new phone on Thursday or Friday. I can't remember which day. I think it was Friday because I got a new phone and like it wasn't even set up all the way yet, and it recognized the Level Up Show Gmail as well as mine, and for some reason put the Level Up Show one as the primary right away. So I looked at it and I was like PayPal PayPal notification transaction. What are you talking about? And then I saw that and I thought it was like a donation. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. I mean, technically it was, but then I called Drew.
Welcome back, Level Uppers. This is episode 77 of the Level Up Show. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like what we're doing at any point, please make sure to follow us in these last 15 minutes here. We're at 6,139 follows, 11 more, and we'll give out some XP to the chat room.
Real quick, guys, just so you know, when we're like, we'll try to get to the questions as much as possible. Right tonight, we're falling behind a little bit.
Yeah.
But Dean is in the chat room as the Beast NJ. So if you're asking a question and the Beast NJ answers,
that's that guy right there.
He's on the show and
That's
he's
me.
answering you. So please don't feel that you're being ignored. It's just we're trying to stay on schedule.
Yeah.
And we only have. We're over time.
Yeah. This is an interactive talk show, but it's also like a podcast. Like we are discussing things, and if you enjoy that, that's why you're watching us.
We're going to try to run through Elder Scrolls Online, I guess, because it's way over.
But make sure you follow us, guys. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation. We're also on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We have a t-shirt shop. And Extra Life on the right there is a charity for Children's Miracle Network Hospital. We've gotten one $25 donation tonight. Keep that ball rolling, guys. Go to the link. Hit support me. Donate if you have the means. Let's move on to the wild game. A wild game has appeared, folks. We just said what it was going to be. Spoiler alert. You're about to find out again.
Elder Scrolls Online, Tamriel Unlimited, is an expansive world with never-ending adventures and unparalleled social experiences. This is your legend, and you have the freedom to forge your own saga.
I've heard his voice before, that's for sure.
Definitely. You take on the role of the Vestige, a lowly murdered prisoner. Given a second chance at life, a great destiny surely lies ahead of you. But where that journey goes is entirely yours to decide. Your first choice is the identity of your character. The 10 races of Tamriel are divided into 3 powerful alliances interlocked in a civil war. Choose your faction carefully, as it determines your allies and your hated enemies. You have the option of 4 unique class specializations.
Totally, Dave.
Regardless of your class, you will be able to wield any weapon or wear any armor in the game. You can also upgrade those weapons and armor, as well as your abilities. While your journey begins in shackles, only you can define your ultimate legacy. Adventure across all of Tamriel's 10 provinces. There are hundreds of quests you can undertake, either on your own or with a group of allies. You can voyage off in any direction, exploring danger and intrigue in all 4 corners of the vast open world. Or join momentous battles that will echo through history. You can experience the thrills of living as an outlaw, and there are opportunities to improve your equipment through robust crafting mechanics. And just when you think you've conquered everything there is to master, there are still new surprises in store. The champion system activates when you reach level 50. Whatever you're doing, you're always progressing. The Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited is a world of epic adventure. How will you create your legend?
Very unclimatic ending.
No, there wasn't like any like
just like same tone of music, and that's it. And they do it.
There wasn't really like a trailer for this, besides that really long, like 9-minute cinematic trailer.
And that's usually how it is. That's usually how they go, especially for MMOs.
But we got like a gist of the game there, but like go deeper, like
right. So, and believe it or not, they covered a lot of what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
They didn't want to go too in depth. A lot of that stuff, if you go too in depth, not only do you give away a lot, but you also kind of bore a lot of people.
Yeah.
But so here, boring crap. It's created by ZeniMax in partnership with Bethesda. So keep in mind, it's not a true Bethesda game. It's a ZeniMax game. It's an online MMO first. It's an MMO with Elder Scrolls skin. So please keep that in mind. There's a lot of people out there that already thought or still probably think and don't know that's not Skyrim, but massively multiplayer. No, it's an MMO first and then Skyrim afterwards. But they have adopted a lot of new things that make it unique in its own, and that's going to be really, really cool. When it released, PC last year. It got meh reviews, but since then they fixed a lot. Not only the bugs that were happening, but a lot of the problem players and the problem parts of the game. And supposedly the Tamriel edition with the new DLC and Craglorn and everything like that. This is the ultimate, and everybody seems.
Is this coming to all next-gen consoles?
Yeah, Xbox One and PS4 on Tuesday. So
Gotcha.
if you want to read number 2.
Sure. Elder Scrolls Online takes place 1,000 years before Skyrim, which is also about 800 years before Morrowind and Oblivion.
Yeah.
The entirety of I don't know if it was entity or entirety.
The entity of Tamriel.
The entirety of Tamriel is traversable through, though those getting the idea that it will be to the vastness of previous entries need to scale it back a bit. Though each beloved region will be there to be explored, they will be on a smaller scale.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so keep in mind, it's not going to be, you're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to go to Skyrim portion. It's going to be the same hugeness that it was in Skyrim. It's going to be bigger than Skyrim was altogether, but when you go to those individual regions, obviously they have to be toned down just so they can handle it all online at once. The story has multiple things, and we're going to go back and forth with this, but there's multiple plot points all taking part of Elder lore, and like Dean said, it's going to be 1,000 years before Skyrim, so there's a lot of people in here that are thinking a lot about that. This is before all that happened, and a lot of those books that you were able to read in there was talked about with this. So first off, the region of Tamriel are at war over the Imperial City. There are 3 very odd alliances that have been formed, and you have to choose one of them at the beginning. Keep in mind, though, the alliance can't be changed because it's determined by what kind of character you want. So if you want to be a Draconian, you have to choose, I can't remember who. Can't remember who it was. I know like the orcs are with Daggerfall. We're going to go through all those. But each class, each style of character, each race that you want to be is part of a allegiance array. So even if you want to be part of the Ebonheart, but you want to be a different class, you can't. It doesn't mix like that. You are locked into that. So if you want to go into the 3 different classes.
Number 1, Ebonheart Pact. If that sounds right. Should you want to play as a Nord, Dark Elf, or Argonian, the Ebonheart Pact is your group. Oddest of the 3, the Akaviri invasion is what pushed them together.
Right, it was very odd that they came together because they're always warring and everything like that with each other.
Number 2. Oh, you're killing me.
Aldmeri
Dominion. The High Elves, Wood Elves, and Khajiit. I like my way. I'm sticking with it. Khajiit make up this alliance. They joined together out of fear for the Imperial City under control of human supporters of Molag Bal,
who I'll go into later as well.
Number 3, Daggerfall Covenant. Bretons, Redguard, and Orcs made a pact to retake the Ruby Throne. Simply a matter of pride and greed.
So to me, realistically, like Aldmeri, Dominion, the alliance actually makes the most sense to me just because they're doing it for the good of all mankind. And speaking of all that, so with your pact, whatever alliance, whatever group you're in, you're going to work together to gain control over territory in Cyrodiil, which is where the Imperial Castle is, the Imperial Throne. You're going to battle over the strongholds and resources that are key points, and each victory to your group brings you one step closer to control of the throne. But what's in it for you to really control? It's not just like, oh, congratulations. You have a chance to actually be the emperor of Tamriel. If you are the best player, the best ranked player in your alliance, in your pact, you actually become the emperor until somebody else takes it over. When you are emperor, you actually get extra abilities and a big power buff and everything like that. So if you were fighting me and I'm the emperor, you would probably lose, even if one-on-one we'd be equally matched, or you'd be better than me. As the emperor, I'd probably own you.
Gotcha.
Which is actually really, really awesome.
Are we on C, right?
Yep.
Elder Scrolls are in the title, so it's fitting they will show in the game. Each grouping holds 1, giving them special traits. You can siege another group's stronghold and take their scroll, giving you and your alliance those traits.
Yeah. So if you're, let's say your a group holds the one that gives you extra sneak and theft abilities. If I steal it from you, on top of mine, let's say I have the one that gives us an extra health buff and fighting buff, and now I have extra sneak and theft like that, which is actually really, really awesome. It actually makes it the PvP is actually another focus of this game. A lot of the MMOs are all about PvE, strong focus on PvE and very light on PvP, but this is just as much PvP as it is PvE.
ASOC says, sounds cool, but what about no text chat support? Is that true?
There's been a couple people asking about that actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that's what's going to happen in the console version. I would imagine that's actually what's going to happen. I didn't actually look that deep into it, so you have something on me.
I feel like they could make that work, even if it was consoles. Hopefully they patch it.
Yeah. And then finally on the story, the most important part of the story is on Molag Bal. He's began his invasion in the Tamriel Plain, which is the original time that you've heard of him. So all the books that you read about Molag Bal's invasion into Tamriel and his attempt to take over our plane, this is what it's all about. So you have to band together with the other players, even the ones that are against your pact and anything like that, to take down the Dark Anchors. And there's basically this magical construct that allows all the demons and his minions to invade the realm and band together. So you'll have to fight these demons and the constructs together and kind of defeat him from taking over into our area. And that's kind of where the core story is. So you'll play on your own.
Gotcha.
So.
I lost my place. We're on 4. So what makes Elder Scrolls Online different from your normal MMO? On top of exploring the Elder Scrolls world, we know and love the game will play as close to Elder Scrolls as it can. It does this by allowing you to customize your playstyle regardless of the class you choose.
So what that means is, unlike MMOs where you just like, oh, this is what I do, click, and you just wait, and you have to, it's going to be that, but it's also going to allow you to have more control over what you're actually doing, and it's going to feel like Elder Scrolls. In Elder Scrolls, I started out as like a battle mage. I was a sorcerer, and I wanted to go in, and then all of a sudden by the end of it, I was sneaking around and one-shotting dudes with a bow.
Yeah.
And this actually gives you the ability to do that again.
That's
Unlike
cool.
other MMOs where it's like, oh, you're a sorcerer, congratulations, here's a staff. You want a bow? Sucks.
Yeah.
Too bad. You get to do whatever you want. But there are 4 classes. So there's each one has 3 skill trees. The sorcerer is the range class. It's going to focus on its magic spells and conjuring of other demons and creatures. So it's definitely going to be fall back. It's going to be most likely your support class as well. The Nightblade uses stealth. It's very high in DPS, so this is going to be good for those guys that don't want to go, tanking, but they definitely want to do a lot of damage to the enemy. You can kind of sneak around, go invisible, hide out of sight, but do a lot of heavy damage to them. The Templar is more universal with no true strengths, but also no big weaknesses. So you're strong, you're healthy, you can sneak a little bit, but not great. You can heal if you want to. You're not going to get destroyed because it's not going to be like one swing and kill you. It's a very balanced class. And then finally, the Dragon Knight, which is the tankiest of the class. It's very slow, but it's able to deal heavy damage and take heavy damage as well.
Done?
And yeah.
I thought that we were on Templar. You said you read Dragon Knight? Oh, you did. You did. Fitting the free-to-play model, Elder Scrolls Online implemented the crown system. Everyone will have 500 at the beginning to spend on any item, all superficial as they have stuck to their promise against pay to win.
Huh.
To get more, they must, right? Must, you meant must.
Yeah.
To get more, they must be purchased with actual money.
Right. So basically, the crowns, their in-game currency thing is like, oh, you have a horse, but what if you had a demon horse? Or like, oh, you want this pet to follow you around? It's all like the look of it. Nothing is going to really benefit you to get ahead in the game by paying real money. So overall, it seems like they've learned a lot, and it's going to be. I feel like this is a good step towards it. I hope that the bad press that got when it released isn't too bad. But I was in Maze Landing the other day, and I stopped in a GameStop down there to grab another DS game real quick, and the dude was saying they have 45 pre-orders for Elder Scrolls Online.
Huh.
And I was like, and Maze Landing, and that's like I remember when I was a manager, that was a shit store.
Well, Elder Scrolls name, I mean.
Right, so I think it's going to sell a lot. I hope people stick with it, especially being free to play. It looks like it's going to be really fun. There's a lot more to it than that. It's going to be, if you are going into this saying, oh, I love Elder Scrolls, you're still going to like it because it does focus on one player for a lot. You can play it by yourself. But it's obviously MMO making you really rely on other people to encourage it to go through.
There you go. Comes out Tuesday?
Comes out Tuesday.
Yep. Tuesday, guys. Elder Scrolls Online doesn't have text chat support, but everything else sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Sounds cool. I don't know. For
tired.
me.
I am tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I feel you.
We're hitting that burnout point.
Yeah, for sure.
For the night. But we're wrapping up anyway.
It's a 12-hour stream, right?
No, it's not. T-Courser, thanks for stopping in, man. We are wrapping up, though, guys. Of course, this was the Level Up Show, episode 77, a gaming-dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We got a lot of follows tonight. If we can get 9 more in the next, 2 minutes, we'll give out some XP in the chat room. So go to twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. Hit the heart button while you're there. If you're watching live from PlayStation, all you got to do Just hit the heart button in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, like about 65 people did tonight. It's very easy to do. Go to Twitter at the Level Up Network, level spelled LVL. Follow us. We're very active. We'll keep you notified on what we're doing each week because we're on all week long with gaming talk shows and game streams. Game streams are on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and gaming talk shows are on Thursdays and Sundays. Thank you for the follow there from Revenge. Thank you for the follow, Revenge. So Monday is Greg with Inday. Tuesday is Mike, maybe with PC Stream. I don't know if you're going to get around to that just yet.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get PC up.
But you'll be getting your PS4 pretty soon. So Thank you to Wizola for the follow. So Mike will eventually be back with his Tuesday streams. Wednesdays is Beast of the Week with Dean. Thursdays is our other gaming talk show. I'll be on Level Up Direct, which is entirely Skype dedicated. If you didn't like that we were more of a podcast tonight, come on Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we can really chat on Skype about all things gaming related. Friday, again, I'll be back with a quick play, which is like an hour from 4, maybe an hour and a half from 4 to 5:30. And then, of course, the culmination of the week is the Level Up Show on Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time with the full cast and crew here. YouTube for all of our archive footage, guys. Go to there. Subscribe, please, while you're there. We're still trying to build up our YouTube. And then we got a t-shirt shop. And last but not least, of course, is Extra Life.
Oh, quick announcement. Greg and I tomorrow morning are doing Trophy Wars. It'll be our final Trophy War recap. It'll be our final Trophy War live stream recap week, and then for the finale, we're actually going to be in the same room, so we're going to stream that for you guys. But this will be our final thing, our weekly thing separately, and then after that, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. that's Eastern Time. I think we're gonna do a co-op stream to kick off the final week of Trophy Wars. I don't know how long we're gonna do that, but yeah, that's what we're planning on doing. So make sure you guys come back tomorrow morning.
And again, guys, thank you so much. Seriously, to everybody that gave into this. That was
into this. They didn't give in. They wanted to, man.
No, I know, and
they wanted to.
It's easily, like I said, probably the nicest thing a group of random people that I've never physically met in person have ever done for me, and even people I know. So it means a lot to me. So thank you.
Another nice thing you can do, guys, feeding off of that, is Extra Life.
It's a big push.
It's a big push that we're doing over the next 5 months or so. We got $25 tonight from Abid, I think is how you say his name, right? Abid, also known as Abtist. He's one of our new subscribers as well. Thank you so much, Abid, for your $25 donation. If you guys want to do that as well, go to extralife.org/participant/the Level Up Network. You can hit the support me button and donate whatever you have the means to. It goes towards Children's Miracle Network hospitals, specifically Children's Hospital of Philadelphia for us. If you would rather a different hospital, join our team, though. Go to extralife.org/team/the Level Up Network. Join the team, choose the hospital that you want to donate towards, and it still goes towards that $5,000 goal, which we really want to hit by November 7th, which is game day. We'll be doing a 24-hour gaming talk show, gaming stream marathon. So mark that on your calendars. Come back. Help us get to that big goal. And that's going to be it for us tonight, guys. Let's wrap up with our outro, of course. If I could find it. There it is. Thank you for the follow from Mr. Lavin. We had a few others as well while this is going. Thank you to Gulgoth, RJ Chu, Wizola, Revenge, Skunk Munsta, Andrel Gago, Figalo, and more.
Big giant internet hub tonight.
Say goodnight to Christmas.
Yeah,
Level up.
Level up.
Thanks so much for watching tonight, guys. Thanks for another follow as well from King Scotto, the final follow of the night. We'll be on all week with gaming talk shows and game streams. Until then, take care, and as always, level up.
Level up.